The digital world is ever-changing. With more than 20 years of experience in serving the investing public and the financial services industry, Cybercode has been providing financial training and information technology solutions for established clients. Cybercode is based in Singapore with 7 offices around the globe and continually expanding. Being ISO 27001 certified and having a proven reputation for service excellence, Cybercode endeavors to build long-term relationships with customers and business partners alike. Our services include, but not limited to, the following: investing public, to provide training programs to the public, such as investment and stock trading courses. Financial professionals, providing up-to-date training courses for the finance professionals, keeping them well informed with compliance, regulatory requirements, financial products, and best practices. Financial technology. We develop and provide information technology solutions and management services, curated specifically for our clients' needs. Cybersecurity and data. We provide data, information, analytics, and cybersecurity services to your business, keeping your data safe. Since our inception, we have trained thousands of participants among the investing public, financial professionals, hundreds of B2B clients, and have continued to forge strong business partners. To find out more about what we do and how we can help you, contact us today. Cybercode is a leading financial training provider and a leading developer of information technology solutions and management services.
The IHSG Advanced Manufacturing Index tracks diversified returns over the first 7 weeks of 2024, seeing 22 million Singapore dollars in combined net institutional outflow. 25 largest weights of the manufacturing index saw varied performances, from a 31% decline for NEO to a 24% gain for Food Empire. ST Engineering currently maintains the highest weight within the IHSG Manufacturing Index. ST Engineering reported its revenue grew 12% year-on-year to 7.3 billion Singapore dollars in third quarter of its financial year and generated a 21% total return in 2023. The stock has also marginally gained by 0.5% over the past 7 weeks. Venture Corporation has booked 43 million Singapore dollars of net institutional inflow over the past 7 weeks, the highest within the index at the constituent level. Currently, it is the 4th largest weight of the IHSG Advanced Manufacturing Index. Venture Corporation also maintains its net cash position has improved over the past 4 years, reaching 956.5 million Singapore dollars as of September 30th. Scan or click the link in the description to learn more about these stocks, or join SGX Invest on Telegram for the latest news update. Please note this is a general commentary of historical performance and not necessarily indicative of future performance. Check out our investment courses that are up to 70% subsidized at cyberquote.com/sg or contact us at support@cyberquote.com.sg.
The Institute of Banking and Finance, or IBF, was established to foster and develop the professional competencies of the financial sector. IBF is dedicated to empowering practitioners with capabilities to support the growth of the Asian financial industry. It is the national accreditation and certification agency for financial sector competency. Developed by the industry for the industry, IBF Standards is a set of competency standards benchmarked to international best practices. IBF's vision is to be the Asian standard of excellence for practitioners in finance. IBF Standards covers 13 industry segments and offers a wide range of development roadmaps. IBF Standards offers accredited programs to guide a financial practitioner from licensing examinations to professional certification. IBF Standards certifies financial practitioners at 3 levels. An IBF qualified individual is one who is equipped with a broad base of capabilities and foundational competencies to undertake new roles. An IBF Advanced individual is one who has acquired applied knowledge and complex analytical skills for specialists or leadership functions. An IBF Fellow is an industry veteran who has demonstrated professional mastery and exemplifies thought leadership and commitment to industry. The IBF certification mark, a set of parallel elevation bars, symbolizes the close partnership between IBF and the industry. IBF certification is therefore an industry-endorsed mark of quality that recognizes individuals who exhibit professional excellence, integrity, and commitment to the industry. Be part of the IBF community of certified financial practitioners. Participate in continuing professional development programs. Avail yourself to learning resources to plan your career. There are also opportunities for mentoring and networking. IBF, the Asian Standard of Excellence for Practitioners in Finance.
Hi, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in for this Tuesday evening webinar session of our webinar titled Spotting the Market Leaders Despite the Geopolitical Tensions and Uncertainty Around the Rate Cards, by our keynote speaker, CKE, the co-founder and the chief trader at AsiaChart, and also IBF accredited trainer who teaching one of the IBF course, Mastering Explosive Swing course, as well as also the associate trainer with Cybercode. Now, do allow me to do a short introduction of the company as well as the keynote speaker, CK himself. Of course, Cybercode, we start off our business since 1996. This year stepping to 28 years and more years to come. Thank you very much for those who are following through Cybercode as well as CK, right, for these years, right? And of course, we start off our business providing financial investment courses to the retail individual for the B2C side. And then for the B2B side, we are providing IT security courses, CPD courses, or those for the fintech company, financial industry. Okay, and as well as the pen test. Now again, we also very thankful all of you here will join in to today's session, right? Because as I just mentioned that we are very we would like to take this chance to thank all of you here, because towards the end of session we do have one of the course called Mastering Explosive Swing course will be shared by CK and myself. That will basically fall under the IBF accreditation courses for local citizen and PR. So you can got the course fee subsidy as well. Now let me also talk about a little bit of keynote speaker today, CK. CK basically start off trading, I think way back since 1998. So you can see it's more than 20 over years, right? Close to 30 years. So he focuses on trading growth and momentum stock. Okay. As of today, he's still a trader, just like you and me, right? He's not a license holder, right? So therefore, I think during these 20 plus years in his trading, so during the early days, the heydays, I think 20 years back, he has been invited by the so-called the local those event organizers to conduct, talking about 1,000 over of participants to join in to share about market insight. And he's also one of the very rare of the local so-called Singaporean has been invited by the Caucasian company to talk about the market insight as well, right? This is something that quite proud of for CKE, right? Now again, as what I mentioned earlier on, he been focusing on trading and momentum stock in Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia, even Vietnam, right? During the day that he providing this training travel about. Okay. Now he's also very good in this behavioral finance, because by graduate by himself in this certified behavioral finance consultant. So basically he's add value for himself into his trading. Therefore, one of the course, Mastering Explosive Swing course, he'll be using some of the strategy trading psychology inbuilt into the system as well, right? Now again, today we connect over to the Facebook line, and also as well for those who join via Zoom. So those who join in Facebook Live, if you do have a question, please feel free to post a question in the comments column. And then for those who join via Zoom, please feel free to post a question in the chat or Q&A. So we need this 2-hour session, so we make it more interactive. So in the appropriate time, CK will provide the reply. So please stay tuned to the end of session, and we're going to share with you how you can benefit from this Mastering Explosive Swing course, right? So I'll pass the mic over to CK, right? CK, please.
All right, thank you, Andy, and welcome everybody to this evening webinars. Now, a lot of investors and traders actually told me that they find the markets very confusing. It doesn't seem to be very rational. Sometimes the company results very good, but the stock don't run. Sometimes results not so good, but it actually run. And They're just very confused. Why is it like that? Now, in today's context with social medias and internet, easy access to informations, we have this paradox. A lot of people learn a lot, but they do nothing. I'm not too sure whether you agree or not, because they're just overwhelmed with a lot of informations. Now, once you're overwhelmed, you just lead to confusion, and confusion lead to inactions. In other words, you can learn a lot, but you do nothing because you just don't know what to do. Now, today, I want to help you to make sense of the markets in a very practical manner so they can understand and you can relate it to the financial market, not necessarily just equity, any markets, because it's all driven by human psychology. Okay, I'm not saying fundamental is not useful. Fundamental is just one aspect. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we are interested in the actions of the participant. All right, the aggregate of actions and perceptions of all the participants. And that is how we define the markets. So I'd like to actually explain that in more details in my brief presentations. But before that, I thought maybe I'll give you a very brief intro so you know who am I and where I'm coming from. Now, who am I exactly? I'm just a retail investor, a private trader, very much like yourself. I'm not a remiser. You don't trade with me. I'm not a fund manager. I don't collect money from you. I'm not a prop trader. I still got to pay commission when I trade. So I'm just a retail investor. All right. Now, I became serious student only in 1998. Okay, prior to that, I leave everything to my wife because she happens to be working in the bank. And in the 90s, there's no internet, so information is real power. So I thought we should be in good hand. Now, what happened when in 1997, with Asian financial crisis, she suffered a lot of losses in the market. So I couldn't understand why. I said, what about the expert in the office? He said, the expert in the office also lost a lot of money. I said, how can that be? They're supposed to be expert. We get advice from them. So it was then in 1998, I decided that I'm going to actually take hold of the whole situations. We cannot depend on any other people. And I try to actually study as much as I can. And what happened was that I committed to read at least 30 books in that years. And then I did more than that. And I discovered something which shocked me. Being normal cannot make money. So let's say if you behave normally, right, you're losing money already. Okay, if you behave logically, you're losing money because market is never based on this. So that is the reason why seemingly intelligent people actually cannot make it in the market. So that was my root discovery. So no wonder a majority of people actually cannot make it. I regret I didn't start earlier because I missed the dot-com bubble. If you know how to trade and invest, .com is one of the easiest market to trade. And the return is very impressive in a very short period of time. So I regretted that I didn't start earlier. But I began to make money consistently by shorting the market when the bubble bursts, because coincidentally at that time, XGH introduced a product called SBL, script borrowing lending. So we can borrow script and short the market and wait for weeks, for months. So that was quite unusual because most people make money consistently by going long first. But I make money consistently by going short first. In 2003, it was very easy because there was baby boom and the rest was just history. In 2006, I actually met two like-minded person, and we set up this company called Asia Charts, trying to actually fill the gap in the industry because we feel there is lack of quality education out there. Together with my associate, we have trained more than 10,000 students in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Right, these are physical events which I'm there to train. Now, this is the first time I got appeared in newspaper. This is not to impress you, but to impress about you. I've been around for quite some time. August 2008. We don't offer get rich quick scheme, but I live by principle and teaching what real trading is all about. It's very easy to tell the untruth. It's difficult to tell the truth. Now, the fact that they take the trouble to come here, I want to make sure that actually you get the real deal. I'm going to tell you the truth about investing, about trading. All right. Again, I got featured. That was March 2009. There's no advertisement. I didn't pay for it. Journalists went to a hotel, took photograph, interviewed me. Before I realized it appeared in Straits Times. Half a page in the money page. Now, there's a caption here. Let me just blow it big. People looking for a get rich quick scheme must not turn to trade. Wrong mindset can be very dangerous. I kept repeating the same thing to all the journalists who interviewed me, including those overseas. I said the same thing. Because a lot of people go to the markets, trading is like a casino. You will not be able to make it. You can make money short term through luck. Luck will run out. You return back everything. So do not trade the stock market like a casino. All right. Now, trading is a skill set. Investing is a skill set. Just for example, if you cook very well, that's a skill set. If you play basketball very well, that's a skill set. If you take photograph very well, that's a skill set. All right. Do you spend some time? Of course you have. Do you practice? Of course you have. Investing, trading is the same thing. It's a skill set. You need to commit some time. All right. and the knowledge and the skill you acquire will not go away. Right? You'll build upon it and you get better over time. Subsequently, I got featured in other papers like Business Time, Borneo Post, Xingzhou, Dongfang. I was invited by Thomson Reuters to be the keynote speaker for the event. I was invited by Bloomberg to analyze the Shanghai markets. I was invited by Macquarie Research to do Outlook Market event. I was even interviewed and the company was featured in Channel News Asia. All right, half an hour program. I was telecast 5 times. Now, this was extremely humbling experience, especially Bloomberg, Thomson Reuters, because they have a lot of experts in their office, but they still want my opinion. They still want my input. All right. So this was extremely humbling experience. So this is just a brief background. Now, when I first started in 1998, the first thing I looked at and I studied is actually this gentleman, Warren Buffett, thought to be the best investor in the world. And I realized one thing is actually Warren Buffett make his fortune only after he passed age of 60. He made his fortune only past age of 60. And he bought his first share at the age of 13. So I said, my God, when I get serious at that, I already way past that age. And I realized one thing, the way he invests is not really a strategy, it's a lifestyle. All right. And most Singaporeans, I'm not saying, or most Singaporeans may not find it suitable for them. I'm not saying you cannot follow him, but it's really a lifestyle. This gentleman is so filthy rich, but live like a poor man. But don't get me wrong, he's very generous. He donated most of his wealth away. So you notice actually, it is really a lifestyle. And I realize in Singapore, probably is not so suitable for many Singaporeans. Because why? We make money, we still want to actually use it, spend it, enjoy it. Right? Especially if you drive car. Typically, an investor like Warren Buffett in Singapore will not drive car one. All right, stay in HDB, near MRT station, children take public transport. So this is something I find very difficult to reconcile, personally for me and for many Singaporeans. Because primary school educations, all right, the lower level education is most expensive. It's more expensive than university education. And we tend to actually spend a lot. So we can't actually hold our money. We want to make money and spend and keep some for ourselves. All right. So it's important that we are able to actually do that for our children, and especially if you enjoy driving. So I find it may not be suitable. All right. But nevertheless, I did try to be a value investor, and I don't enjoy the process. So it's important you must enjoy the process. I look around and I discovered this gentleman. His name is Ed Sokuta. Ed Sokuta turned 5,000 to 50 million in 10 years, and that is 300,000% gain. I said, this is outrageous. How come nobody thought about him? He's not alone. This is Richard Dennis and William Eckert. Now they turned $400 to 200 million in 10 years, and that's 500,000% gain. I said, this is insane. And nobody actually, or few people thought about them. Again, they are not alone. You have Michael Marcus, 250,000% gain in 10 years, and Bruce Kaufner, one of the best hedge fund in the world. It is 7% gain per year for 10 straight years. This is almost like doubling every year. I said, this is really insane figure, and nobody actually thought about them. Now, these gentlemen actually there's something common, and actually this is something that captured my attention. They make money without having to know what happened tomorrow. I repeat, they make money without having to know what happened tomorrow. Meaning what? It doesn't matter whether, all right, inflation is going to go up or go down, crude oil is going to go up or go down. It doesn't matter. All right. They don't have to focus on those things to make money. So that caught my attention, and I like that because I don't want to be too fixated with the news and looking at all the various parameters, kind of thing. So I want to actually have a simple approach to investing in the market. And these gentlemen actually offer a way. So my approach is generally in line with their philosophy. So I hope you understand that. Huh? Now, because of limited time, I want to quickly jump into it and make it as practical as possible. Now, you write as much as you can, and then there's a Q&A session, you can ask me questions. Along the way, you also can ask questions. I'll try my best to answer it. Now, first thing, why market go up? Don't make things complicated. Market go up because money is flowing to the market. Is it okay? Why market go down? Money is leaving. That's all. Now, the proper words for money in the market is called liquidity. All right? But I make it simple. Money. Okay? 3 major sources of money. First source of money, people saving, investing more. People like yourself, very thrifty, save, buy shares. First source of money. Second source of money, people, institutions shifting money for other kind of investment. Gold no good, sell gold, buy stock. Property no good, sell property, buy stock. Bond no good, sell bond, buy stock. So basically, there are a few major asset classes and money are just floating among them. Okay. Third source, central bank lower interest rate, increase money supply. 3 major sources of money. All right. Anybody can tell me which is the greatest source. If you don't mind, just type into the chat box. If you don't know, never mind, just guess. Anybody here want to venture to guess? There are so many people in the room. Don't know, just hantam 1, 2, 3. Which you think is the greatest source of money? Show you wrong answer, no punishment one. Thank you, JB Huang and Eddie Tan. You are absolutely right. Central bank lower interest increments, right? Federal Reserve have been doing it for quite some time until not too long ago, because of inflation, they tighten. Bank of Japan, very low interest rate for a long time, negative some more. All right. So the system of the economy are flooded with cheap money. So for quite some time, we actually have cheap money. All right. And the central banks don't print money and go and buy shares. They don't do that. That's not their role. Their role is control inflation and make sure got employment. Okay, that's your role. Now, it is the institutions that take advantage of the cheap money by the central bank, go to the stock market to get better return. Smart institution take advantage of cheap money. And because of this, we're interested what the institution do with the cheap money, because all these are shown in the chart. Clear? Now, having understood this, really end of the day, why do you think Nikkei 225 go up? Because of cheap money. Why do you think S&P has been going up before? Last year itself, it was a bear market. Why? Because of cheap money. It went down because of what? Interest rate hiked. Right. So you notice it's all related one. So by having a big picture, you don't have to look at it every other day. By having this understanding, you know when you should be in, when you should be out, roughly. All right, roughly. Next market cycle. Market is always in an endless cycle, and there are 4 stages to the cycle. Number 1, spacing. Number 2, advance. Number 3, distribution. Number 4, decline. 4 stages. Easy to look at a diagram. This is called basing. This is called advanced. Now, typically, we can call it bull market. This is distributions. And this one decline. Typically, you can call it bear market and you go back to basing. And the cycle will just repeat. Now, it's just that we do not know the next cycle is going to be taller, shorter, narrower, broader. We do not know, but we just know that it's always in an endless cycle. Now, never stay in 1 and 3. 1 and 3 don't stay there. Is it okay? 1 and 3 don't stay there. It's a waste of time. Stage 2, you go long. Long is not long term. Long is to buy. All right. So we said long is to buy. So stage 2, you long. Stage 4, you sell short. Is it okay? So stage 2, long. Stage 4, sell short. Now, if you don't know how to sell short, stay cash, don't buy. Is it okay? Now, let's take a look at this S&P 500. In 2003, because of uncertainty, stage 1. All right. And then this is why we have stage 2. This is the time, in case you can't remember, when the US declared desert storm, the Allied force declared desert storm because of Kuwait, who was actually invaded by Iraq, and then the Allied forces went there to help. March 2003, when they declared desert storm, I was telling the student, market will run. Don't be afraid of war, because it's certain. Market start to run. 4.5 year super bull, stage 3, subprime crisis, stage 4. Now here's stage 1 again. All right, uncertainty, stage 1. March again, 2009, stage 2. You have to remember, during this period, it's still recession one. This period when it start to run, it's still in recession. So don't look at economic parameters. You'll be very confused. Market is ahead of economy. Don't look at economic parameters to look at the market. You're behind time. Let's continue. Now, this is the COVID. This is a black swan, stage 2. And this is what we're talking about. All right. 2002, 2003, bear market, stage 4. Stage 1, and then over here, stage 2. We have retracement. There's a bounce here. Still stage 2, long term. Is it okay? Nikkei 225, stage 2, consolidate, stage 3. Stage 2 again, consolidate, stage 2. Still stage 2. All right, why? Cheap money in the market. This is STI, stage 2, and for years we are in stage 3. Okay, recently we have a run up, all right, to 3,300, but generally we are at stage 3. Okay, but it doesn't matter, because there will be stock that outperform the market. So important thing, the market itself have cycle, the stock itself also have cycle. Okay, you must know where you are, because if you don't know where you are, you can lose a lot of money. So you got to be on the right side of the market. So how to position yourself for profit? Now we're going to drill down the detail. Ask yourself this basic question first. Is your investment backed by a sound strategy? Do you have a strategy? All right. A lot of people may have strategy, but they hop from strategy to strategy. And they're very confused. Okay. Now, in today's context, anybody surf the internet, anybody trade online, anybody have social media account, you're flooded with a lot of tips, a lot of recommendation, a lot of advice. And if you do not understand how the market operates and you don't know what they are talking about, you just follow them blindly, over time, you just cannot make it. And that's the reason why 95% of investors actually lose money over time. This is not Singapore study, worldwide. But to help you to appreciate, understand, the top 50% compulsive loser, these are the people that cannot make it. They are just gambler, bottom 50. The next 40% or so, they make some, lose some, make some, lose some. But nothing much you should. The top 5, top 10 are the consistent one. You want to be there. All right. So here's what will keep on coming, will come and go and come and go. Compulsive loser. All right. The compulsive loser probably not in this room. All right. Majority is actually end up here. So you want to be here. Okay. And that requires discipline. But a lot of people do not take the market seriously. And that's the reason you lose money. I told you I want to be very open about it. I tell you the truth about market. All right. Trading is a skill set and you need discipline. So if I understood that, make a commitment. Be the top 5%, top 10%, they consistently make money. All right. Make a commitment because nothing happens unless you commit. Okay. So remember that we are here to actually guide you, to help you, but you must commit. Next thing is where to focus. You must understand the big pictures now, because if you don't understand the big pictures, you tend to actually follow every pieces of news. Where to focus? Look at this diagram. Now, what do you actually see from this diagram? What am I trying to convey? No. Whatever that came to your mind usually is correct one. Can somebody share what I'm trying to convey with this image? Anybody? You can guess if you wish to. But usually what comes to your mind first is correct one. If you look at this image, what do you see here? Anybody want to guess? No? No taker? It's okay. Just give it a try. If you look at this diagram, what do you see? Now, if you tell me motion, you're right. If you tell me momentum, you're right. All right. You tell me movement, you're also right. So basically, in the day, do not trade dead stock. You got it? Do not trade dead stock. You're trading those that is on the move. And how do you know they're on the move? Because of institution sponsorship. All right. When I say institution sponsorship, means institutions are participating in the stock. Don't go and buy those things that actually collectively there's no institution participation. The stock will not go anywhere. Okay. So invest on momentum, trade on momentum. Okay. Now, why momentum work? And object motion, stay emotions. When the institution buy a company share, they don't buy one time. They acquire slowly. Hopefully nobody knows until they become major shareholder, they have to declare. They acquire. And that's the reason why I tend to stay in motion. Next. Stock tend to move the line of least resistance. Just like a car, it's easy for the car to continue to move forward than to stop to reverse. Because to stop reverse require more energy. So there's tendency for the stock to continue the same direction. Next. Before there's a change in price, there must be a change in momentum. Everybody's interested in the change of price. But before that can happen, there must be change in momentum underlying it. And that gave me a clue. Why focus on momentum? Let's look at some stock. Now, this is what I love to do. I'll show you an example from the past right to the present. All right. And later I'm going to do a demo some more. So you see what is current. For one simple reason. Never fall in love with stock. I mentioned I follow those gentlemen who are very successful. They are the top leaders in the top traders in the world. All right, they don't have to bother too much about what happened tomorrow. Okay, so there's a reason why I want to actually share with you past example because you can relate better and you know what happens to them. Important thing is never fall in love with stock. This is Costco. 4.5 years, the stock went up 8,000%. Momentum work. In this case, positive momentum. This is AEM. Everybody know that. Momentum work. But never fall in love. But because AEM is going down, isn't it? Same with Costco. This is Tencent. Momentum work. This is Tencent again. Momentum still work, whether up or down. Positive momentum up, negative momentum down. Now, we are not interested in stock that no momentum because it's just going sideways. Okay with this? All right. So once you understand this, then the rest of the thing can fit in. Or the fundamental, the background. Otherwise, there's no point looking at the fundamental and no point. The chart doesn't make sense at all. Okay? Because all these are what? These are footprint of the institution. Why do you think it go down? Institutions are selling. The smart institutions are selling. Of course, there are dumb institutions go and buy. But majority of institutions are selling. And why should you be buying? Clear with this? So why momentum work? Natural bias to strong stock. It's natural one. Now, when the institution buy a company share, they're only interested in one thing, earning. They don't buy for sentimental reason, not because the name sound nice. They buy because the company can make a lot of money. They're not interested in just earning per se. They're interested in earning momentum. The current quarter must be a lot better than the previous quarter. The next quarter must be a lot better than the current quarter. They are very brutal. You had to perform extremely well. Because if you don't perform well, I don't care whether you're profitable or not, they will move the money up somewhere else. All right? So they are very brutal because to them, there are other opportunities. Why should I be parking a company who are actually not making enough? They're making, but not making enough. So they want to actually get good return. So we're interested in earning momentum. The other technical traders are also interested in momentum, but they're interested in price momentum. So you notice all the smart people in the world are looking at momentum. Now you find it difficult to relate. Let me just give you a very simple example. If you go to a hawker center, which you have never been before, and you're looking for very good food, assuming you have time, what would you be looking out for? You're looking for good food, right? What would you be looking out for in order to get an idea that this is likely to be good? Anybody? Nobody go to hawker center? Only in restaurant? Oh my God. Thank you, JB Huang. Thank you for responding. Yes, you look at a long queue. Must be good lah. Yes, thank you, Grace. Longest queue. And you like fish soup, you queue. If you don't like, go for the second longest queue. And this is why I do most of the time if I have time. All right. And I'll ask the person in front, you'll give me a free review. All right. Now, after you finish the food, right? Generally good. You go, there are 100 stores here. You can go interview all the storeholder. How you come up with this recipe, how you make your sauce, how you source your ingredient. You go and ask all those people here, the 100 store. This is called fundamental analysis. Now, I'm not against people doing fundamental analysis. I just know one thing. We can never do better fundamental analysis than the institution. We can never do better fundamental analysis than the institution. But there's something we can do. We can see what the institution do with the research because all these are reflected in the chart. Is it okay? We can never do better because we don't have so much time. They can call up CEO. The CEO will entertain us. We can't even get past his personal assistant, isn't it? He can go and visit the factory, make an appointment. Can we do that? We can't. They can. They have no resources. We only can do desktop. And we can't even be very sure whether the number is correct or not. It happens many times. The numbers that actually they publish are not even correct. Isn't it? Right? So what we can do is to see what the institution do with the research because it's shown in the chart. Clear? So in simple terms means that you look at only those stores with long queue and you investigate. Don't look at all the stores. Don't waste time. All right. Look at the longest queue, second longest queue, whatever it is, and you do your research. Next, why momentum works? Participate in strong sector in different part of economic cycle. If you're in the market for a while, you realize there's this thing called a sector rotation. Okay. Now, a very obvious example during COVID time. Healthcare is the strongest sector. Is it correct? Healthcare. Technology also, because a lot of people are locked up at home, we communicate through technology. So the tech sector was very strong. Subsequently, when the COVID crisis is over, what happened to the healthcare? Nobody interested. What come up? Travel, your cruise liner, your airline start to perform. All right, Genting also start to perform the casino because people can now visit. All right, and your beer company like Thai Beverage also perform. All right, all these start to actually perform. All right. And then later on, gone, then something else came along like AI, and then AI perform. So notice there's this theme. So there's this sector rotation. So if you're interested in momentum, you end up always participating in strong stock in the strong sector. So what happens? Your return is going to be higher in a shorter time. What? Make sense with you? Huh? Now, in order to look for stock with momentums, you look at the market leader. I call them the champion stock because the market leader are the one that are driven by what? Institution. Now, a lot of people know the 80-20 rule, but if you know you apply to the market, 20% of stock capture 80% again. In any markets, there's only a few large winners. I don't care Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, US, it's the same. In any market, there are only a few large winners. All right. In US, it's even outrageous. It's not even 20-80. It's like 10-90, right? Because the seven magnificent, right? The weightage is more than 30%. So it's very skewed to only a few stocks. All right. So, but suffice to say that in any market, there are only a few large winners. Okay. Only a few large winners. Okay. So here you can forget about it. No waste of time. A lot of people like to ask me, not there, not here. They like to ask me stock here. Every time I do public event or whatever and do stock diagnosis, a lot of people ask me stock actually here. Man. I say, my God, why are you going to buy stock there? How to perform? Buy the lead horse. Don't go and buy the horse that cannot run. Okay, why champion stock? 3 reasons. Quick momentum move for short-term trading. When the institution go to the market, right, it calls Ripple. So the Ripple allows you to do short-term trading. All right. Prior position over time for mid-term investing. How is this so? Now, stock with a greater short-term momentum evolve to a longer term. When the institution move to the market, it calls Ripple. If they continue to acquire the share, the Ripple become wave. That allow you to do mid-term investing. Okay. And important thing, you can do that consistently. And that is important for what? Compounding. Okay. For compounding. So again, I'm going to show you the past, right, the present, and some of this you can relate and you can understand why. These are past darling in the past. Never fall in love with stock. Why I say this? Because I came across too many people. They lose the most money with their favorite stock. I repeat, they lose the most money with their favorite stock. Let's take a look. Ezone. In 2013, start to run. Oil was very high, above $100, 700%. This stock is totally gone, suspended. This is Osley, 2014 went up to 245. This company introduced shoebox apartment. People go crazy with property investment. They go and invest in those tiny apartments. This stock is also gone. It's still around, but it's just not tradable. It's gone. Innovator 2015 went up 350%. This company is so good, it's taken private by competitors. 2016, we have negative interest rate introduced by Bank of Japan. And because of this, ECB want to follow, all right? And people say, why are you going to buy gold? All right? So what happened? This is a mining stock in Singapore. It ran up in 2 months, 178%. 2017, we had SunPower. A lot of people don't believe a name called SunPower can run 120%. China Sunsing, 118%. A lot of people think it's wrong spelling. Oh, it's correct. Sunsing, not sunshine. 2019, Global 300%. This is Mentech. This one you know. COVID. The stock went up 1,600%. When the market is down badly, the stock rarely 1,000 over percent. This is Grand Venture 2021. A lot of people don't believe Grand Venture can outperform AEM and Franken 300%. So I don't have too many opinions. Man. I trade what I see, not what I think. Because usually we think wrongly. 2022, best performing blue chip, first time, 95%. Yang Zijiang. 2023, best performing Dynamic. And Dynamic still perform until recently, roll down. Do you participate in any of these stocks? Did you? Don't fall in love with stock. It's just a cycle only. Don't end up with the wrong cycle, hoping that you recover. Don't do that. You do that, you're in trouble. So remember, I repeat, majority of investors lose money with their favorite stock. So let me give you a list of them. All right, I've selected, not every year I'm going to show you, but I'm selected. I want to draw lessons. You learn better from case study. 2017, AM is 400%, IP is 270, Alliance 265, Sunrise 115, Ellipsis 132, UMS 117, STI 11.2. Take a look at the difference between the stock and the broad market. Look at the difference. The difference is staggering. This is few 100%, this is only 11%. Can you see this difference? So can you understand why the leader always way outperform? Not only this, I want you to take a look at AEM, IP, Sunrise, Ellipsis, UMS. Do you see a pattern? They belong to the same sector. They are semicon. They are all in the same sector. Now, if you are not participating in any of the stock in this sector, then you miss something about stock selection. You're selecting the wrong stock because the sectors is the greatest mover of a stock price. All right. The only odd one is Alliance Mineral because of EV. This is a mining company. They mine lithium. All right. And people go crazy with EV and the mining company run. So clear. Can you see this? All right. 2019. Global Income 292. Rex 272. AEM 145. Penguin 139. Franco 134. IP 73. STI very pathetic 3.2. Look at the difference. The difference is staggering. It's staggering. Now we have AEM, you have Franken, you have IP. You notice anything, ladies and gentlemen? Same sector. All right. So if you are not participating in some of this stock here, then again you miss the strong sector. And obviously the gain is not going to be good. The broad market is only 3.2. This one you know one, 2020 with COVID. Mentec is 1,004, UG is 1,003, Jiutian is 600, Topgirls 342, Riverstone 269, iFast 259, STI is down almost 20%. Now, when it's so bad, how come it's 1,000 over percent? Market is very bad. I mean, very, very fearful. But you have 1,000 over percent. And take a look at this small stock. Can you tell me where they belongs to, ladies and gentlemen? Can anybody tell me where they belongs to? Healthcare, you're absolutely right. These are PPE manufacturer, glove manufacturer. We have to actually protect ourselves and this company go crazy. Yes, healthcare, PPE manufacturer. Hey, if you do not participate in this, again, you miss the game. I have never participated Mentec before until 2020. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. A lot of people got too many opinions. I never heard of this stock. They don't participate. Institutions are in there. I have never participated usually only that year. Now, Riverstone, I've bought the stock before. Because before that, they have run before. 2 years back, they have run before. All right? Top Curve, yes. Okay? But Mentec UG is the first time in 2020 I participated. Later, I'll show you more. Huh? Help me to remember Mentec best performing. If you wish to take a photo. All right, help me to remember best performing stock Mentec during COVID. This is 2021. I stopped in April again to draw lessons. We have Southern Alliance 175, iFast 124, Fortress 100, Del Monte 73, Hangwell 71, Innotech 67, SPS 63. STI is 30.2, second best after Taiwan. You take a look, this is 2021. This is recovery team. Understand? Recovery team. Take a look, Southern Alliance, Fortress. I have no idea this company called Fortress. All right, and this is the first time I participate in Southern Alliance. These two companies are related. They're in the same industry. These are iron ore mining company. And they run. Why? Because recovery, you need steel. Raw material for steel is iron. You run. Can you see? There's a team. The rest I show you here just to help you to appreciate, understand. A lot of people don't believe Del Monte can run, Hanwell can run. Don't have too many opinions because the chart don't lie. The gain is there. Okay? And the other thing I want to actually show you is SPH, best performing blue chip. just ask yourself, back in April 2021, SPH, do you believe that it's going to be the best performing blue chip? Nobody believed that, isn't it? Why? Because less people read newspaper. So their readership dropped, subscription revenue has reduced, all right, has dropped quite significantly. And they have to actually diversify into property, and the property look like Rojak, right? Isn't it? How can they be best performing blue chip? So the fundamentally they're no good, right? Isn't it? Fundamentally it's no good. But best performing blue chip, no. Please help me to remember. If you wish to take a photo. So I want you to look back to see, hey, how can SPH be a blue? Now you know, right? They restructure and now it's gone already, taken private. But institution, no. I don't know how they know, but they have insider information or what, I don't know. But I can see what they do with the money. All right. They are plowing into SPH. Let's continue. This is end of the year. You have Grand Venture 277, Meta 1 time, Hourglass 157, iFast. So iFast repeatedly appeared. Southern Alliance is still there. Samudara appeared. Broadnet 121. STI is 9.1. Okay. Fast forward 2022. Take a look here, the whole list here. Do you see anything? Can you tell me this, and this? These 6 stock, where do they belong to? Ladies and gentlemen, give you a clue. Something to do with color. Anybody want to guess? Something to do with color? Color of the sky? Oh. Color of the sky. Yes, blue. Blue chip, you're right. Blue chips. Right, they're blue chips. Now charging ahead, 2022 are blue chips. The only odd one is this one here. And this one only started to list only in October. They run for 3 months and they charge up 40%. They charge up 40%. Do you participate? A lot of people say, no, this company suspended for 3 years, no. They leave the suspension only October, no. They're not trying. In the 3 months, they run at 40%. Later, I'll show you. So a lot of people, they're not trade certain thing, never invest because there are too many opinions. I don't care. I see the institution action. Okay. Now you can go and do whatever you're currently doing, but until the end of the day, we still must look at the chart. If the chart doesn't make sense, forget about it. Okay. Help me to remember Semcott, got chance, I'll show you best work. All right, I'll show you. Again, you wish to, you can take a photo. Right. Now I did not participate all the stock here, but I participated this. I participated this. I participated this. All right. I did not participate the bottom 3. All right. Good enough for me. Good enough. I participated. All right. And that's good enough. The top leaders. Now, 2023 last year only. Dynamic. Yes. Full Empire 63. Semcorp. Apple Corp. iFast. Franken. Delphi 39. STI negative there. Last year negative. But look a lot different. The difference is staggering, isn't it? It's huge. Rock market is down. They are positive. All right. Have you remember Full Empire? All right. Semcorp. All right. If you wish to, you got time, I'll show you dynamic. Okay. Because later I'm going to do a demo to understand how I get the answer. Okay. Just to show you to make it complete. Hong Kong. These are the best performing 2023. Hong Kong is down 13 points. One of the worst market in the world. But this is 1,000%. And you hear, I never heard of all this stock before. To be very frank with you, I think I only trade Tencent only one time. Really? Why? Alibaba I never traded before because not tradable. But a lot of people like to trade. It's not tradable. Right? A lot of people lose a lot of money with Alibaba. It's a known fact. A lot of people buy all the way down, stage 4. They're not, I don't care the name. I only care what the institution are selling and they go and buy. Right? You probably heard of Jia Yao. All right. And you probably heard of Broadway. The rest probably you didn't heard. This is S&P 500. Majority are tech stock except for this one. Maybe this one also it can be excluded. The rest tech stock. So sector is very strong. You should be participating in it. Okay. S&P is 24. Look at this, it's 100 over. The difference is very great. So hopefully you can understand the leader always outperform the broad market. And there's a reason why I focus on the leader, because it's easier. It's easier. Okay. So understand the big picture. Market is driven by liquidity. Don't go and look economy. Because the baby boom market will always run in the deepest recession. No. Don't wait for it to be out of recession. Recession is the best time to be looking at the market. So I drill down. Now, what is a good trading system? How are we going to approach? What is our methodology? Now, I created a very unique system. It is called expectation trading or expectation investing. What is expectation investing? Expectation investing means I must have the answer before the market open. Answer to the following question. Number one, I must know what stock to buy before market open. I must know when to buy at what price before market open. I must know how much to buy before market open. I also must know if I'm wrong, how much is my loss. I know my risk exposure. You cannot suddenly lose a lot of money. I got people say, oh, I lost 70,000, I lost 50,000, only one stock. I even came across one lady lost $1 million with one stock called Costco. One stock only, she lost $1 million. Of course, she's very rich. So you must know exposure before the market open when you participate, and you must know when to get up. So I have all these answers before the market open. Now, if you have all these answers before the market open, how do you feel? How do you feel if you have the answer? You are calm, confident, and composed, isn't it? Now, after we enter the market, we look for two actions. Number one, when to buy some more. This is for mid-term investing. And number two, when to get out with profit. This is called expectation trading. Now, I just explained to you the how, but I'm not explaining to you the why. Why do you think I do this? Why? Before we enter the markets, we have all control. Am I right? Before we enter the market, we have all control. We can control which stock to buy, how much to buy, at what price, whatever. We have control. After you enter the market, you literally lose all control. The only control you have left is to get out. Is it correct? Market take over. You got no more control. The only control you have left is to exit. That's all. Either you exit with profit or you exit with loss. And this is a decision people find most difficult. You agree with me? Anybody here disagree? This is the decision that is most difficult. And most people do not ask. You agree with me? Seriously? Just think about it, reflect. I want to make sure you get very. That's the reason why my approach is always to make sure that you think about it and you relate and you learn better. Because I don't want you to leave this room and then hear your mind empty one. You say, yes, I understand now. Okay? So getting out is most difficult, isn't it? It's an imperfect art. No? So that is the reason, right? As I mentioned, why? Why I do this? Because before you enter the market, you're all control. Once you enter the market, you lose all control. Because you lose all control, you got psychology discomfort. And when then these two monsters will rear their head, the fear, uncertainty. It will come. All right. Now you ask yourself, if your decision is actually made in a state of fear, in a state of uncertainty, is it going to be sound? Ask yourself. If you make your decision most of the time in a state of fear, from a state of uncertainty, is it going to be sound? How can it be sound? All right. Now, because I have majority of the answer, I can minimize this. So that's the reason why I do expectation investing or trading, because I have all the answer and I just stand by and prepare. Calm, confident, composed. If you're not calm, not confident, not composed, my advice, don't invest. You only can make money through luck only. Luck will run out. So you're not calm, not confident, not composed, forget about it. That means you're not ready. It's like you're not ready for war, don't go to war. You clear with this? Because market is really like war. So I got to drill down further. Okay, remember top down. Trading of momentum, how to capture this explosive move. There are three approaches, but I'm going to discuss two. Number one, reaction swing. Number two, momentum swing. Okay. Reaction swing. Not all stock can do this. Only champion stock can do this. Why? Because of institution action. Now, people who bought the stock early has a tendency to take quick profit. This is a human weakness. Most people do that, which is wrong. So whoever bought the stock earlier has a tendency to take quick profit, and because of this, there is this correction, which I call it reaction. Now, people who bought the stock long time ago, maybe 5 years ago, suddenly realize stock to run, they also quickly get out break even. So there's this reaction. So this portion here is a reaction. This is action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, action. I'm interested in the bubble. And this bubble not small. Like that move 40 cents. 20 lots 8,000. It's above the medium salary of an executive in Singapore. Here, same thing. Reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, action. Very obvious reaction, action. All right, and this move is 10 cents. 20 lots 2,000 in one day. You don't have to be active, but you know what you're doing. Timing is important because if your timing is wrong, psychology, you're weakened. Now, this is very obvious. Reaction, action, reaction, action. And sometimes this thing run like that, 20 bars, which is 1 month. Has it happened before? Yes. Not uncommon. Right? This just don't sell too early. That's all. Some people say, hey, but CK, I got no time to look so closely. Don't worry. Look at Willie chart. Very slow. What we 1 bar only. Reaction, action, reaction, action. You can hold it for months if you wish to. All right? As long as it still maintain its move, maintain the trend. Let's continue. This is one of the best performing stock, been running for 3 years, but right now it's gone. You have not established yourself, it's probably gone. All right, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, action. And right now it's struggling here. You don't buy stock that is struggling because there are institutions selling. Okay. So you can do that on a weekly, right? So you don't have to be too close. And it's perfectly normal, especially for people who trade US stock. Why? Because it's too volatile and there are too much noise. Weekly, fine. Let's continue. Next, momentum swing. Momentum comes from what? Motion. So I must understand there must be movement. So here we have what? Motion, and I stand by here and I bought the share here. Okay. Objective is to buy at the right price. Is it okay? Where the risk is the lowest, but the odd is the highest. Are you okay with this? We buy at the right price, where the risk is the lowest, but the odd is the highest. Now, somebody say this, why you don't buy low price here? You buy a low price, by the time you reach here, you already make money. Now, if you like low price, you could have bought here also, right? Isn't it? That's low price. We don't have high side. We don't have high side. So you actually bought it, and then you go sideways, and then go down. When you go down, how do you feel? You don't feel good. Now, here your objective is to make profit, right? By the time you reach here, what is your objectives? You change your objectives. Your objective is no longer making profit. Your objective is no loss. Is that correct? Here you have interest to make profit. Over here, you have no more interest in your profit. Your interest in no loss. So what happens when the stock recover, break even point, you quickly get up. After you get up, market seem to no move that without you. Anybody got this type of experience? Anybody has a lot of this type of experience? Anybody? What is this? It's very common. Very common. A lot of people don't understand. Timing is very important. Right? Because it affects your psychology. It affects your psychology. And that's the reason why a lot of people do not understand their end of day, their own enemy. They don't understand this. They thought market is the enemy. No, you are the own because you cannot relate the market. If you can relate, it's easier, but you can't relate. Clear with this? Let's continue. Now, I purposely show you this stock. You say, oh, CK so long ago, 2004. There are reasons why. Because you can remember this stock better at that time. Because this stock was shut down by a company called Muddy Water. Can you remember Muddy Water? Short only fund. They say this company has not been transparent. They recognize their profit incorrectly. So they inflated their earnings. So all these are very bad things, no? So stock sell down. People a lot dump the share. Ask yourself, if you read the news like this every other day, would you buy the share? Come on. You read the news every other day about how bad the company is, not transparent, recognize their profit incorrectly, overinflate the numbers, whatever it is. How do you feel? Would you go and buy the company share? A lot of people wouldn't. Stock was doing this. One fine day I see this, and volume picked up, I position myself here, break, I enter. I have no idea it's going to gap up. To me, there's a bonus. And over here, I just sell it because if there's an offer price, it's usually stagnant for a while. You tell me, if you read negative news every other day about Olam, would you buy? Honestly, would you buy? A lot of people won't buy, but I can see answer come later. Temasek announced they inject a lot of funds into this company and they rescue this company. Is it correct? And of course, Muddy Water in trouble. Now, I have no idea about insider, but I can see their action. Is it okay? I can see their action. I'm not influenced by the news. Now, later there are more. I'm going to show you because you can relate better. He's on to make sure you really get it. Look at this side, on the right side here. Do you see motion or not? Ladies and gentlemen, is there any motion, movement? Have or not? Any movement? Yes or no? Wow, serious. Yes or no only? Anybody? Are you able to see movement? Yes, gap up. Great, thanks. All right. Now over here, there's movement and followed by a gap. General rule of thumb, trade in the direction of the gap. Is it okay? General rule direction, trade in the direction of the gap. So I position myself here. When it triggered, I buy. Same here. There's a gap here. I position myself here. Nothing happened. Too long. Forget it. So the general rule of thumb is to trade in the direction of the gap. A lot of people don't get it, but gap down, they want to go and buy. General rule of thumb, trade in the direction of gap. Okay. Take a look at this. Stock exploded here. I position myself. I buy. Stock closed at 148. That's 30 cents. 20 lot, 6,000. Okay, now. You don't have to be active there. Just proactive. Proactive. Okay. Strong inbound trend. Trust breakout. Stock hit a high 312. 4 day 40%. This is $2-3 share. No? 4 day 40%. 1 day 10% is hell a lot. Right? By this time, a lot of people say, CK, I also know how to trade. Buy here, sell here. I also know. Buy here, sell here. I also know. Here, don't buy, don't sell. I also know. I only can tell you one thing. We can never trade with hindsight one. We can never trade historical chart one. We can only trade on the right side of the market. We just do not know what is happening, but we know our odds. Is it okay? So from here onward, I'm going to show you the past right to the present for one simple reason. I do it day in, day out, year in, year out. I've not changed my strategy. Why? Because I trade the psychology behind the bar, and the psychology of investors have not changed for thousands of years. Right? So it's still relevant. Take a look, high P. Here we have a gap breakup. Stock moved up. Now I mentioned before, my approach is expectation investing, expectation trading. I must have the answer before the market open. I must have the answer before the market open. So I know the stock to buy is called high P, and when it breaks 75 cents, I know the answer. So assuming you know the answer, what can you do? Assuming you know the answer, what can you do? Can you find your reminder? Reminder, buy 20 lot for me when it breaks 75 cents. Don't call me, I'm very busy. Buy 20 lot. Can you put stop limit order? You know, most of the platform will have stop limit order. When they hit the price, it generate into a market order and execute for you. Can you do that? Of course you can do that beforehand. Beforehand. Can you set alert? SMS alert, email alert, pop-up alert, whatever alert. Most of the platform would have some kind of alert one. Use it. If you have the answer. I have the answer. Buy high P when it breaks 75 cents. So I set my alert. High P 75 and I know the answer on 20th July. 20th July is right here. This is 90. 20th is here, this day. So on this day here, I know the stock to buy is high P when it breaks 75 cents. I waited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th day, it triggered. 2nd August, 9:56. It triggered. I checked what the volume picked up. Oh, there's a opening gap. I long. Stock close 86. This is a 15% move. I purposely highlight these stocks because the first entry is here after gap up. Second entry, third entry, fourth entry. This is the fourth entry. By the time I reach here, a lot of people say very expensive. Anybody here got problem buying high price? Anybody in this room has problem buying high price? Has difficulty buying high price? Based on research, 80% of the populations cannot buy high price. 80% cannot buy high price because we are so ingrained with society. Every time ask for discount. Our general environment in the economy is like this, right? Isn't it? But market, you ask for discount, you're in trouble. All right. Now, to help you to appreciate, understand, because a lot of people, based on research, I think 80% of people here have difficulty buying high price. Assuming you bought a stock here at $1, your friend bought the same stock at $1. This is your friend. All right, this is your friend. Now you bought the stock here at $1, you make money. Your friend bought a stock here at $1, he lose money. Why? Same stock, same price. Never mind. You let your friend buy cheaper, 50 cents. Your friend still lose money. You let your friend buy 30 cents, he still lose money. On the other hand, instead of $1, you buy 120, you make money. You buy 150, you make money. You buy $2, you still make money. Yes, it applies to anything because the human psychology don't change. It's just that different market, different products have different rhythm, different personality. Index runs slower, stock run faster, ETF runs slower. That's all. Rates sluggish, runs slower. Defensive stock runs slower, right? But they are all driven by human psychology. Understand? Now remember, human psychology are all invested, including the smart money, including the institution. All right. So you think about it. How can your friend buy so low price, cannot make money? You buy $2, you can make money. Why? Obviously, nothing to do with price. Is it correct? Nothing to do with price, isn't it? Don't focus on price. If you are fixated with price, you got problem one. Don't focus on price. Focus where the price going. Don't focus on price. Focus on the direction of price. Now, once you understand this, suddenly your mind becomes very clear. Focus where the price is going. Now, remember, there's a cycle. Don't go and follow all the way down. No. All right. Don't waste it. Understand? You follow it on the way up. Somewhere here at the top, you must get out. Don't follow it all the way down. You follow all the way down, you return everything. Return all the profit. This is exactly happens to many of the Hong Kong stock. They say very good, long term, very good. They're still bleeding. And they lose a lot of money. They're hoping that you can recover. Don't hope. Hope is not a strategy, and luck is not a plan. Let's continue. IP. Again, I know the answer beforehand. I set my alert 73 cents, 12 February. It triggered 3 days on the 15th right here. Break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I sell. Why sell? Because $1 is a psychology reason. Why sell? Because every day there's a gap year, non-sustaining. It's a bubble. Why sell? Because Singapore contra is T plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 about time. Now T plus 4. There are 5 reasons. I just share with you 3. Let me just repeat. Trend exhaustion. Because every day there's a gap, cannot sustain. Psychology resistance at $1. Time exit because contra there's 5 days. Even US don't have contra, but there's a 5-day cycle. You just have to take note of that. That's all. All right, just have to be aware of it. Some people say, how come CK, you don't have MACD, don't have RSS? I generally do not use those indicators. The most I put moving average. Is it okay? All right. OSIM. I highlight this because there was a lady who came to my office. All right, lose a lot of money. And I remember that. I said, don't bother, the stock is gone already. But they give me a lot of reason. They give me a lot of reason. All right. Now this one, this expert say this is very good. I say, I don't care. I just know there's a gap. Okay, so when you gap down, what must you do? General rule of thumb. Trade in the direction of gap. I'm going to short. So I set my alert to 67, approach support check short, first September, and then 3 hacks. 3 hacks means 3 very, very serious. So I stand by. When they break to, I'm going to short. Now, what happened? 3 days later, 4th September, I got a alert, I shorted. All right. And I stop plunge. So nice. All right. This is a huge gap. So this is an exhaustion move. This is the bull bar. I get up. That is 37% gain. What do you call? What is that? What is called? What is CO? Maybe you can elaborate. And this stock eventually just stabilize somewhere, normalize, and it failed $1. No, when you fail $1, a lot of people in my what you call it, my student cheer. Why? Because we shorted the stock. Okay. So a lot of people fall in love with OSIM because they think OSIM is a strong company, profitable, leadership is good, product is good. I don't care. I just know institutions are selling. Institutions are really selling. Why are you buying? Okay, let's continue. So again, this is a social move, all right? And this is called a contraction breakout. Next, this one you probably cannot see the chart already, SMRT. And I purposely leave it one because I want to draw lessons you can remember. I want to draw those has impact one. There's no impact, no use. You cannot register SMRT 2015. Remember this 2015. Is a service of MRT good or no good? 2015. MRT good or no good service? The service junk, Every other day breakdown. It's so serious in the headline. In one occasions, the commuter have to actually walk in a tunnel. I said, my God, what if an old lady, what happened? And then in one occasion, the tunnel got flooded, and the reason given was even most embarrassing. The pump didn't cut in. I said, my God, you mean there's no backup one? They didn't maintain it. I said, how can it be? Then they say got culture problem. And your CEO got changed a few times, right? Isn't it? Yes. It's pretty obvious, right? Isn't it? If you don't maintain it, how can it run? All right? Because this is almost like 24/7 on the service. You need intensive, like what runway, like Changi Airport, very intensive maintenance. I know for a fact, all right, because I know people in Changi, right, and they have to work very hard to ensure the operations. So you tell me good or no good? Service no good, right? Now here I receive an alert, 167. Check too long, no. 20th November, I put 3 stars or more, and it triggered 20th January. 2 months later, I buy. Why? Because the volume picked up. This is an alert I almost forgotten one. All right. To me, something is cooking already. But would you buy now after reading all the news? You dare not buy. I buy. Answer come later. Okay, move up. Can you see the volume so high? Answer come later. Finally, they make an announcement, LTA. They're going to buy over the asset for SMRT. Is that good news? Yes. That's the reason why it ran. Can you see the volume here? So insider already in the market. Who are these insider? I don't know. I only can speculate. Maybe MRT officer, maybe LTA officer. I don't know. I also don't care. I can see the action of people who know. And over here, I get out on this reversal bar. Why? 10% move. Why I get out? Because the shift in sentiment. Right? Like that, can it? Can. Venture. Right? This stock cannot run now. But never mind. There was earlier years. I set my alert 1669. All right. This is called rabbit in a hat setup. This is my way of naming it. On the 14th, I put 3 star. On the 15th, breakout, I buy. Stop move up here, I get out. 33%. How can I tell the most ascendant after a strong move? Now, people do candlestick. Is this a strong bar? Yes or no? Is it a strong bar? Anybody here do candlestick? Is it a strong bar? To me, it is time to get out. Why? Institutions are selling, and that is an exhaustion move. All right. So I'm not interested in holding it. And the stock retraced quite badly before it recover. I'm not going to hold it down hoping it recover. So remember, a lot of people bank on hope. Every time when you hope this hope, straight away you're wrong already. You got to remember this. Luck and hope is not supposed to be in the market. This is Hong Kong stock Ping An. Now all these charts are curated one. All right. Because I want to draw lessons so you can understand. Now Ping An $91. This is 17th of January. I put 3 star. It triggered the next day on the 18th. So how is it? So this is what happened. Here we have resistance, and there was actually gap. Can you see this? So you notice you break a resistance. When you break a resistance, sometimes you got this reaction. So over here we have a jog. Can you see the small body? So there was a reaction. This is uncertain one. You don't buy one. So I waited until it clear the high. So what happened? I set my alert on this day above this high, which is $91. When it trigger, I go long. Clear this. And over here I get up. And how can I tell the end? The move has come to an end. Because there's uncertainty over here. So I get out. Notice if I don't get out, I return all the profit. We have no idea how far the stock can run. We got general idea, but the market is always right. You got to remember this. Even the best pattern, if you cannot run, you cannot. Later, I'll show you. This is very obvious one. COVID, because the airplane cannot run. SI Engineering also in trouble. So we call set my alert 270, check short. 24th, it trigger 4 days later on the 28th right here. And the stock plunge. 45%. It's very obvious. Airplane are not taking off, no. SI Engineering how to make money. So it's pretty obvious. And then obviously trade in the direction of the gap. It's very obvious. All right? Mentec, just I mentioned already. Over here, very nice. 29 cents. I know the answer on the 15th of June. It triggered 3 days on the 18th right here. Break, run. Do you even have any pullback? 200%. If you miss for good. No? You got no more chance than this move. Until subsequently there's a deep correction. Then we find another chance. You miss for good. And this is one of the best performing stock during COVID. All right. Help me to remember if you wish to take a photo. Let's just pause here. All right. Let's continue. This is Fuyao Glass. Over here. Now this example is difficult to come by. Now here, 42, 45, right? So I set it on the 29th December, I put 2 star. It triggered on 31st December. 31st is half day in Hong Kong. So I don't want to trade on that day. All right. But it triggered. So this is the bar. The volume is here. So on that day, it triggered. But I didn't buy. All right. Why? The volume is low. Could be a false breakup. But wait. Because 31st is half day. It's not just a Singapore half day. I wait until the next trading day, which is 4th of January. All right. And it continue move. I buy. And over here, I get out. It's too obvious. Right? These retracements and these retracements, different. This is serious. I better get out. I'm out. And this is why? Because there's abnormality here. I mentioned about SPH. So I'm going to show you here. I set my alert 129, check long, 25th of February. It triggers next day, 26 right here. Stop pullback, but did not hit my stop loss, eventually recover over here and get up. 196, this is 52%. Tell me, who trade SPH? Who trade? Some people ask me, hey, you didn't suffer the sell down, especially this big gap, because to get out, I also set alert, but in capital letter. 196 going down, check 16. I put 16 of April here, it triggered on 19, 3 days later. So I set alert to get out. So he triggered here, and nothing to do with me. Sembcorp, I mentioned, this is a strong stock. Here, I set my alert 203. On the 3rd, it triggered next day, 4th. And stock exploded. I get out here. 46%. Again, how do I know how to get out? So this is what happened. 296, I set my alert 13th April. It triggered on the 19th. Right? And I get out. So I know when to get out. I mentioned these stocks that nobody want to trade because they're too fearful. I don't care. I set my alert here. 215. This setup is called a small deeper setup. 20th of January. I put that add positions some more. Now, just to actually show you background, I actually bought my position here. This is for me to add. Right? And over here, I get out. I set my alert 253, test high volume resistance, take profit 26 January, trigger 6 February. So here I get out. 80%. Let's not move down. And as moved down quite badly until not too long ago, then they have a offer to take it private. Is it correct? Are you aware of this company? This company is offering to take it private. And I go long. And there is a setup. And later I got chance, I'll show you. Okay. iFast, more recent one. Again, 694 right here. Exploded. And this is an exhaustion move. We get up 22%. So we achieved 2 things. We start to buy, we start to sell short, precise entry price. It's not gut feel. All this before market open. Before market open. So we are calm, confident, and composed. Of course, somebody will say, so what? There is a big difference between know and don't know. So this, just to show you some of the emails sent to me. I never solicit email from students. Seriously. I don't like to do such things. They send to me voluntarily. Now, to be very frank with you, I'm not a good marketeer. I can be very frank. Right? I know there are a lot of competitors out there. They are very good marketeers. They go around asking people, and it's very sad. No? As I mentioned, I started up time in 2006. Why sad? Because there are people out there, they buy testimonial. I say, my God. Yes, I'm not joking. How you get a tester? They pay for it one. Right. So I do not like some of the practice. So I never solicit. I also did not ask. And student happily give it to me. And this happens to be an elderly guy, Patrick Ko, 08. Then we were looking at this day, 08. Wow, CK so long ago one. So long ago one. Tell me 2008. Bull or bear? Bull market or bear market? Bull or bear? This is a subprime crisis there. Bear market, subprime crisis. Subprime crisis. People see me a thank you email. Hey, we have a crisis, right? The market should be very bad. Hey, give me a thank you email. I have not shorted the market before. Because during that time, you only can make money by shorting. Right? If you don't have short, don't buy. Stay cash. I came forward in the training corporation returning more than 200%. The return more than 200% is more than 200,000. Now, this gentleman suddenly appeared in my office. No, he didn't tell me. He suddenly appeared in the office. I said, I want to buy your lunch. Then we went for lunch. All right. Now, I'll explain to you later on. So what happened was that this gentleman, I highlight for 3 reasons. Number one, he's a 60-year-old retiree. Number two, he has never shorted his entire life. Number three, he came to learn from us that time. He came quietly without informing his son. Why? Because his son is a fund manager. He don't want to offend his son. He came quietly. And during the lunch, he told me the son is a fund manager. I almost choked. So anyway, good news, very good control, right? He made more than 200,000. He told the son about it. The son don't believe, come and visit me, no. And ask me a question, no. And give me a name card. Wow. CPA, CFA, MBA, one string of degree, but just cannot make it. Fund manager, but cannot make money. And then what happened? Became a student. Because the father made money, he lost money. Right? Let's continue. Because this gentleman, his name is Kenny. Kenny still communicates with me quite freely. Right? He's one of the best traders among my students. And he's busy guy, no. And yet he can make it. So don't think you're busy or what. He extremely busy. So Kenny probably is somebody you know because he's a semiconductor junkie. He probably attend all the workshops in Singapore. Practically. All right. He's very serious. Again, I never solicited. He sent to me. And this is in 2014. And he mentioned this. I attend your course back in 2001. 3 years later. All right. All right. He met me and then he talked to me for a while. And then he sent me this subsequently. Based on HR principle, my return pretty decent. Pretty decent. Now, that 3 years period, he got 4 spreadsheets. He enclosed. The last one is IG market. He opened an IG account in June to focus on short. So there are 4 spreadsheets. So the first year, he actually made 77,000. First year. These are the stock he traded. The second year, he made 29,000. Third year, he actually made 32,000. And third year, he has the account just for shorting only. Right? These are the notice oil-related stock, most of them. He actually made 13,000. So third year, he made 50,000. So that 3 year, he made 153. Is it okay? He started with 100,000. No, that's 153%. And this gentleman actually in one of the year came to my office, give me mooncake, all those things, because he said he want to migrate. All right. And he said in one of the year, he made 2 times his annual salary. This is a senior executive. I would think he made maybe 200,000 a year working for somebody. So he made 2 times means probably 400,000 that year. So I think he easily made more than $1 million. He's very busy, but can achieve this kind of result. Very impressive, isn't it? Fast forward, this is COVID, 2020. Good or no good? No good, right? Cynthia. I'm currently sitting on some profitable short, example, Sembcorp Industry. The short got S, no, but you only mentioned example, Sembcorp. He was asking me about trailing on weekly to capture bigger profit. I reply her. Got it, CK. Thank you for your reply. Really glad I attended your course last year and got the experience. This current market armed with useful knowledge and technique of trading. Good or no good? Good. Bull market, you're happy. Bear market, you should be equally happy. Is it okay? You must make the commitment. Bull market happy, bear market equally happy. Just like this student, Cynthia. She was prepared. And then 1 year later, when market collapsed, she was very happy. He got a sister to come for a course as well, subsequently. This is Sarah Wong. Again, lousy year. September 2020. Good morning, blah, blah. On a personal note, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to you for putting yourself out there, helping people. In my 2 months at the broking firm, I make 70,000. He's a professional, he's a prop trader in the broking firm. Before that, fund manager. Take a look at the last statement. I never felt this gratified. I never used this approach in the past. Of course, fund manager. Fund manager don't use what I do. Okay? And it's very happy. All right. The fund managers would have a lot of knowledge, right? Isn't it, about the market? But a lot of people just find it very difficult to make money. It's a fact, no? Seriously. All right. Especially if you are managing long only fund. Majority of fund cannot beat the market. Now, all these students managed to achieve this type of result because of Mastering Explosive Swing program. Let me just quickly run through. In this program, we capture short-term explosive move, right leader for outside game. So this is cash flow and this is capital precision. And we achieve it through the market leader. I call it the champion stock. In the program itself, I'm going to teach you how to find the champion stock to long and to short. People say, are you sure or not? Market leader can short. Yes. All right. Timing just right, not too early, not too late. Because timing affects your psychology. Trade setup before the breakout. So I'm going to teach you the setup. If you understand the setup, you understand the breakout. 3 critical numbers the must know before you enter position. If you don't hit this number, you're basically gambling. How to write champion stock for outside gain. This is for midterm trading on the weekly chart. Is it okay? Absolutely okay. All right, the system is comprehensive. We capture major and short-term move. Later, I'll show you. Practical, easy to understand. I make it simple. You don't have to focus too much on all those things. I don't read news too much. In case you think I must keep awake at night watching CNN, Bloomberg News, all this news. No, I don't. Require little times. All right, you need still need some time. Okay, I'm going to do a quick demo so you can appreciate it better. Let me try to share screen. Give me a minute. So you see, I'm using a charting software. This charting software doesn't belong to me. It's called Share Investor Station. It belongs to Share Investor. Share Investor is the company that actually organized the Invest Fair. And last Saturday, they organized the REIT Symposium. Don't know whether you know about it. So basically, they are the one that do a lot of, and this software belongs to them. I just put my stuff inside there. So here, these are the various markets, Singapore, Malaysia, and of course, the common one is Hong Kong and the US. All right, you got others like Indonesia, Thailand, all those things. Now, look for, so this is what I did. I put my stuff inside there, Asia charts here, and here, this is a swing. So you notice you have daily, weekly. So weekly is longer term now, so daily. So this is what happened right now. So you take a look at this, all right? The dates, 14th of May. 14th of May is when? Today, isn't it? And what time is this? 18:30, 6:30. 1.5 hours after market close, this report is generated. Okay, this report is generated. So right now, if you notice actually your stock here, okay, Silver Lake, Jardine, Parkway. All right. So these are stock detected. Let's take a look at Silver Lake now. Morning a bit low, got to be just careful, but whenever it doesn't matter. So this is Silver Lake. Silver Lake. Now, what happened was that Silver Lake is detected, and the Silver Lake has a price, no? Alert price 30 cents. What does it mean? It means that if Silver Lake were to break 30 cents, I'm going to buy. I already know the answer. Now, in case it break up tomorrow, are you very stressed? Are you very stressed? How can you be stressed? You already know the answer. All right. So this is top glove. So top gloves here is 285. All right. So if top glove break 285, I'm going to buy. All right. So I know the answer now in case it break up. And now to help you to understand and appreciate a little bit better, all right, I'm going to show you a report Take a look at the report. 13th of May. Where is 13th of May? Ladies and gentlemen, where is 13th of May? Yesterday. So yesterday, we have a report. This 13th of May, yesterday. SingPost, 475. Can you remember this? SingPost, 475. Remember yesterday, SingPost, 475. SingPost, 475. See, 475 is here. 475. Bro, yesterday I know the answer, today break. Now to actually make it easy, when it break, got arrow one. Understand? So I know the answer beforehand. So am I stressed? No. I received the alert. Right? So when you receive, just trade accordingly. Clear this? I'll give you another example. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. You have Jaffa. Alert price 32 cents. When? 10th of May. Today is 14th. 10th of May, 32 cents. 10th of May is last Friday. 32 cents. So remember 32 cents is for Jaffa. Remember 10th of May is here. You can see the date in the box below, yellow box. Can you see the date? 10, right? I know the answer. All right. $0.32. All right. Is it correct? 32 cents is here. Here. And you can see that this is 10th of May. The next day it triggered. There's an arrow here. And today is a rest day, looking for a further move. So I know the answer 1 day in advance. Is it okay? I know the answer 1 day in advance. So I'm calm, confident, and composed. Let's take a look. Number 3, SIA, 675. Remember, it's 10th of May. SIA, 675. The 10th of May is last Friday. All right, 675. Remember, it was last Friday. Last Friday is this bar. Can you see the date? The date is below, yellow box. 10th of May, 675. Broke yesterday. Today, follow through. I know the answer in advance. All right. Now, of course, you think, is that all? No, let me just show you. Every week, I do video. All right. So the student know my thoughts process. I'm just going to show you a more recent video, 22nd of May. So remember, just now the report is 10th of May. 2nd of May, I did a video. Okay. So they guide the student. Upside. SIA. Now this is a weak stock, but it does have a nice run up and followed by a very tight pullback. So this is generally nice. But unfortunately, we do have a huge resistance here. So this level here is a level towards about 690. It is still worth the risk to take a trade if it break on the upside. And this high here is at 659. 659. About $7. Here, this is the one. And when was the video? All right. So I did the video before the breakout, isn't it? All right. I did the video before the breakout on the 2nd of May, right? So you notice over here, it break. And right now we have another break. So I know the answer way in advance. So I already prepared. Let me show you the video, okay? It's the video. All right. And I did it on the 2nd of May. I'm already prepared. Right? Prepared. And look for the break. And it's precise entry price. 2nd of May here. All right. Precise entry price. And it broke a few days later. And then this is in the report. It broke again. And I mentioned about this level to be careful of. All right. So I always know the answer beforehand. Now we hide some all very clever one. But I'll show you how I actually help students to appreciate, understand. Now let's take a look at this here right now. All right, the stock that was actually running and then eventually go down. Don't fall in love with stock. This is January. Now we are what? May, January. It's not high side. Not high side. High side all very clever one. 4th of January. 4th of January. Take a look. The stocks. Food Empire. Food Empire. Again, mentioned previously, is generally consolidating. And it's quite evident we have a triangle consolidation patterns. And once it resolved, this eventually resolved through a breakout. And usually breakouts likely to be very strong. What did I say? Breakout very strong. How do I know? Now remember this pattern. All right, remember this pattern. I'm going to show you more. So I said very strong. Watch out. 19th of January. Fast forward, 19th of January. Still January, is now May. 19th of January. Food Empire. I've been consolidating for a long while. And this is an ascending triangle. I'd like to see what happens. I'd like to see take out this decisively 118, 119. Mention very clearly 118, 119. Look at this pattern. So remember, I did it on the 19th. I'm going to show you right now. Because this is not high side. High side all very clever. For an buyer, one of the best performing stocks. But never fall in love with stocks. All right. Can you see this? Can you see this? This pattern, this is 1A, 1A9, but because of the dividend that was given, there was adjustment in the chart, right? Can you recognize this pattern here? This pattern here. And it broke aggressively. When? Here. It broke on 22nd of January. All right. And I did it on the 19th of January. And it's aggressive. And this stock has been running for what? Since 2022, no? Okay. And then eventually it did this. Okay. Now, does it stop there? No. I already mentioned this. This is the video. I already mentioned 118, 119, and it's broken. Now, how I coach my student further? #21st of March. 21st of March, I did a posting. I told the student, can you see this now? He brought a support 137. Here, break support. This stock is gone already. This is another warning sign. Unfortunately, despite high volume, unable to close. Warning sign. Now, take a look. The stock is here. Warning sign. Now it's here, no? You look at the big picture. Imagine you buy here, you return all. How you feel, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think you feel good, right? This stock has been running for quite some time. We have been trading this. And last trade is here. And get out here. This has nothing to do with you. Never fall in love with stock. I don't care how good the stock. Okay? I don't care how good the company, institutions are selling. Can you understand this now? All right. Now, recently, can you tell me, is there a particular sector that is very strong? Anybody can tell me something to do with financial one. Come on. They just released the result not too long. You are absolutely right. Bang. All right. Now let's take a look. Bank, you know, is been running on the 7th of March. I already told the student, now it's May now, you must understand. 7th of March. All right, let's take a look. It's 686. Let's take a look at the three bank stocks. Mentioned previously that actually the three bank stock actually map out very obvious consolidation patterns. It is quite evident to look at weekly. On the daily charts, it's probably quite messy. All right, so take a look at the weekly charts. So this is what happened. Now, after this extended break, there's a pullback. Look for decisive break above this high here, 34.26. And any of these break must be accompanied with high volume. So it's very precise one. All right, very precise. But because they issue bonus, so the chart is adjusted now. Just remember this 3 bar. Remember this 3 bar. And I say, break this higher, this bar higher. Okay? Break this bar higher. Now I'm going to show you DBS now. This 3 bar. Can you see it's broken? And it ran from $31, which is adjusted for bonus, unto what? $36. All right, so you make $5. So let's say, assuming you only got 2 lots, how much is that profit? You only got 2 lots, no? How much is that? Ladies and gentlemen, you got 2 lots. You make $5. That's 10,000. Is it okay or not? So give and take, maybe execution not so precise. Maybe you make 8,000. Are you okay or not? Yes. It is not high side. I did that in March. Let's continue. OCBC. OCBC. Again, you map out a consolidation patterns. All right, look for decisive break above this high here, which is at 1345. 1345, very clear. OCBC. OCBC is not as impressive, but whatever the case of the 3 banks, these 2 are the better one. So where is this? Here, this one, this level here. And that was the precise price I mentioned. It ran up. Let me just zoom in for you to see. So it's not high side. It's knowing beforehand. Okay. Now I can go on and on and on, but I want to quickly take this time right now to just show you very quickly S&P 500. Because US got too many. So look at S&P 500. There are a lot of reports. You got NASDAQ, got NYSE, S America. So, but then simple S&P 500. Daily long. This is the report. All right. So you got Agilent Technology, alert price 152. All right. So you know the price beforehand. It's not after the fact. After the fact, all very clever one. So right now I have the stocks. All right. And yeah, we have a alert price. Okay. So same for this AES. Same thing. We have a alert price 2045. So you're standing by. Let me just put this thing here. All right. Okay. So right now we have a price. We have a setup. Okay. So if you take a look, all these are the stocks that was actually detected. So energy, some of the energy stock performed very well. And there's also a lot price for this. All right. And we have previous trigger before. And right now, this is called a small deeper setup. Now, all these terms you may not be familiar. Okay. But it doesn't matter. All right. You'll be taught. So these are the stocks selected. All right. NAV apps. I'm not too sure whether you trade this type of stock. All right. The stock has performed very well. Okay. Now, obviously, people will be like, oh, what about the whatever NVIDIA thing? Yes, it's resting right now. All right. So you don't have to. What time? 8:45. Just give me a minute. There's a change in the server. Just give me a minute. So it's NVIDIA. So the stocks were actually detected, all right? But right now, No setup here. So here we don't trade. Is it okay? All right. So here we don't have a setup. So we don't trade. Okay. So these are the stuff we actually detected in the past, like Meta. These are the stock we actually traded. All right. But now gone, especially with this gap. This gap is a resistance. So we've been trading all the way up. So you must know when to stay with the trade, when to get out. Yes, you can use option. For me, most of the time I use CFD, but it's individual choice. All right. Most of the time I use CFD. All right. So let me just show you because there's a change in server. So remember, I teach you what stock to look at. No? Then obviously you use the options to help you. Can you see? This is Meta. See, we got so many of the trigger. You must know how to get out. And then there's this gap here. You can forget about it. Is it okay? Microsoft, same thing. All right. Forget about it. Okay. Because it's weakened. And for some of these stocks, it's always better to look at the weekly. Clear with this? Longer term. Here is bear market. Don't trade. Can see the red arrow? Only trade here. Only trade here. Here is very long. 1 year. How you feel? You want to hold a stock? What if you don't recover? Right? So these are the things. Let me just go back to NVIDIA again. So you can appreciate a little bit better. Okay. So I mentioned the most I use is just moving average. So here, very nice setup. This is bear market. Bear. See the red arrow? And then recover. So this is where I told the students. All right. And especially this breakout, I told them, you must know how to take advantage. Okay. So where do I post it? I post it here. So this student will have access. Okay, I post it here. So the student will have access. All right, like NVIDIA here. All right, so I told them, okay, this portion here. This is a nice run over here. There's this break. There's break here. Very nice. All right. And this is the break I'm talking about. Here. This break here. All right. Now here you have to normalize. Waste time. All right. Don't bother. Waste time. You take some time. So a lot of people may not appreciate this type of thing because they only focus on stock they are familiar with. But unfortunately, stock sometimes you're familiar with may lose money for you. So never fall in love with stocks. And stocks like this, a lot of people don't trade one. All right. The Chipotle Mexican real. They go, yes, this stock here. Mexican real. Perform better than any other tech stock. How can it be? It is. It's a fact. Why is it? Institutions are buying. Why they buy? I have no idea. G was a problem for many years, but right now G perform. Right? They don't believe it perform. Right? This is not I cook on. Institutions like it. Why they like it, I have no idea. See, this is GE. Does it perform better than a tech stock? It is. So this is something which a lot of people may not appreciate. That's why I tell you earlier to learn how to delink. This is chiller company. The chiller company is performing better than many of the tech stock recently. Why is it so? This is a fact. This is not something I cook it up. Right? Some of you may not have heard this company before. This is an aircon company, a chiller company. So it doesn't matter. So you can look that. Likewise, you can do that for Hong Kong. Okay? Hong Kong. Same thing. And then go to a swing, you got week, you got day, you got daily, you got a weekly. These are the stocks. Okay? Now some of the stock is broken out. You may not have set up. I don't really show you. All right, I like to show you so you can understand. Tencent. It's broken out. Broken out. The recent one. It break this resistance. You see this line? Yeah. Broken out. Pull back. Break again. All right. So there's no setup right now. You can chase stock. BYD company. So there are some stocks that actually run and there is no more setup. Here we have a setup for BYD. Iptronics better. Just to draw the comparison. but no setup. So we're looking for setup. So a lot of people only look at BYD, but they don't see BYD electronics. So you tend to miss things. Like Alibaba, I can't trade. All right, right? The stock's not suitable. Because long term, struggling, no. We have this. So once you actually understand, you don't fall in love with stocks. Eventually, you only trade stock that make money for you. And eventually you have to just depart with it. You got to part with it. Because the strong stock eventually will still fail. Like Alibaba, it failed. And whether it recover or not, to me, not likely. Not likely. But it doesn't matter. We are not involved. Okay. Now, just like I mentioned, there is a there's a healthcare stock in Singapore that performed very well during COVID. Can somebody tell me the name of the stocks? Start with M1. It went 1,000%, but Singapore went up 20%. Can you remember the healthcare stocks? In Singapore, they run up 1,600%. Yes, thank you. Now, I thought everybody can talk. This is exactly how I coach the student. This is 17th of June, 2020, Mentech. That's my video.
Now, Mentech had quite similar patterns as Riverstone's run-ups, and right now it's just hugging below the resistance level. Like to see break above the high here of 29 cents.
Very clear, 29 cents. Just like I asked you to take a photo of it, right? The alert, 29 cents. This is how I get an answer. And it's only one setup, no? If you miss for good at 200%, no? You got to wait the next round of up cycle, no? This is 30th of July.
Let's take a look at Mentech. This is by far the best performing stock this year in terms of percentage gain. Notice this is what I mean by a sharp collapse in price, and usually tend to trade sideways, very much like what we have seen here. Right, but right now it's actually attempting at this resistance here. If you can pull back from here, that'll be good, and eventually take it a sort at this recent high here of 965.
It's very clear. There's precise entry price, not gut feel.
Mentech, this stock has run ahead and is experiencing pullback the last two sessions. Again, to be good if you can just trade sideways closer to daylight and eventually look for a break on the upside above the high of 105. Important if you can stay above $1, which is a psychological resistance.
So this is how the stock actually traded. A breakout after I actually did a video. So these are called setup. Right? This is the third trade. The stock went up 100%. Total, there are 3 trades, but the total run is 1,600%. So you can see that we have the answer before the market open. So we are calm, confident, and composed. Not only this, you have the others, all right, video to support you, the posting to actually help you to appreciate, understand, and you can also ask questions. So you can see why so many of students are so happy. Now let's take a look at some of the feedback that was given to us for the year. This is Yo Boon Huat, and he actually mentioned here, I wish I come 10 years ago and pay CK 3 times the tuition fees. Why I pay me so much? Because he get back 100 times. What? So the 3 times is nothing, right? Isn't it? If you can get back 100 times. So a lot of people cannot understand this. It's like a lot of people cannot understand that. Why would people go and rent a shop so expensive rental? Because the return is more than the rental. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, right? So people go Orchard Road and go to those suburban mall, pay high rental. Why? Because the return is more than the rental. So the same with stock, same with this. All right, let's continue. So this is Olive. Olive is a retiree. So I purposely want to highlight the retired teacher. Must attend, not 1. 3 exclamation mark, no. No regret coming. Very grateful, very thankful. So these are the words that inspire me to help my student more. Now this is Lee Chun Long. All right, and he said this, I wish I come in earlier. Those younger than me, you should come. Those same age than me, no excuse, don't come. Those older than me, I don't know why you still don't come. I'm 21 years old. Anybody here younger than 21? Or older than 21? He said, I don't know why you still don't come. He said this because it's like no-brainer. You should be involved one. In fact, I'm quite jealous of him, quite envious of him. Right? He's only 21 years old. When I was 21, I have no idea about stock market. No, I wasn't really interested. I only much later then I start to participate. Now, of course, some people say this one's greenhorn, 21 years, no nothing. We cannot take it, wholesale because you really do not know experience. I'm a old hand in the market for decades already, right? Some people may think like this. Now let's take a look at this gentleman. This gentleman definitely an old hand because he's in the market for 17 years as a prop trader. What is a prop trader? A professional trader in a broking firm. Trade with no commission but share profit with the house. Is it okay? This is a professional trader. 17 years. He still attend the workshop. And after attend, he wrote this must attend. If my program is good enough for a professional, is it good enough for you? If it's good enough for a professional, is it good enough for you? I'm sure it does. Now let's take a look at this gentleman. Look at his face. Is he a local or foreigner? This is a Caucasian, right? He's an American. His name is Sean Ring. Sean Ring is a CFA trainer, chartered financial analyst. Before that, he was vice president of Credit Suisse. By anybody's standard, this is an expert, right? The expert still attend my class. And after attending my class, he wrote this. I wish I was taught 10 years ago. So that gave me an impression that CFA got no much use. What is CFA? Chartered financial analyst. You have to have this qualification before you can be an analyst. And he's a trainer. He said, I wish I was taught 10 years old. That gave me an impression that the CFA cannot help you to make money. It can help you to get a job as an analyst, but not make money, not necessary, no. All right. In fact, just now I show you the gentleman, the senior guy who actually made 200,000 during the COVID, during the crisis, the subprime crisis. The son is a fund manager. He has CFA. He cannot make money. So a lot of people may have the theory, but doesn't know how the market operates. Now, a lot of people say we must attend the Amor class. No, the Amor attend my class. This is the only Amor. There's one more here. This is Norwegian. This is French. And this is British. There are 4 Amor in this class. No. Now, most of the participants, after attending the course, they all have regretted not coming to the course earlier. They regretted they should be here earlier. Save a lot of headache. And the last one is a reminder. He screamed. Should have attended earlier. Scream. That means a lot of headache, right? Isn't it? Now, a lot of people attend webinar, they always give you money back guarantee. I don't do such things because that's not true. All right, how to guarantee you? You don't even look at a chart. How to guarantee? So this is sales gaming, basically. So I don't like to do such thing, but I give you a different kind of guarantee. I guarantee you after they finish the workshop, right, you regret not coming earlier. And regret very painful, so don't regret. So Master Excel System, our listed price 2,398. Okay, including GST. Now you think about it, $200 a month. Okay, now to invest in your own success, to have quality knowledge and skill. You arm yourself with the right knowledge. For an investor, is it a lot? No, right? Because minimum your investment is 10,000. Right? Otherwise, doesn't justify the commission you pay, right? Isn't it? Your trade cannot be that small, right? Isn't it? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, right? Minimum 10,000. So 200 cannot be too much. In fact, your commission you pay probably more than that. Even though some of them right now you offer you 0 commission or very low commission. Your commission is still more than this. You think about it, it's a meal a day. A meal a day cannot be too much, right? If you are an investor, if you are a trader, okay? And it comes with a guarantee, regret not coming earlier. Good or great, all designed to help you. Take note of this 3 days, very important. It's coming out end of the month, 29, 30th, 1st June. First day, I'm going to teach you the foundation, market cycles, behavior when the market goes sideways, the characteristics of a training market, the characteristics of a sideways market. You must understand. If you don't understand, you don't know where you are. No? All right. So I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you the importance of volume. A lot of people don't know. Next day, 30th of May, I'm going to teach you the setup. If you understand the setup, you understand the breakout. There are 4 setups. All right. If you understand the setup, you know how to actually look for entry price, precise entry price. On the 1st of June, I'm going to teach you how to manage your position. There's no point having a strong stock but don't know how to manage. You're just wasting the stock. Like I just show you Food Empire, right? If you don't take profit, right, you return all your profit and with losses some more. And if you have a list of stock, how to actually rank them, I will teach you improving the odds. You must know of the 10 stock you have, which is number 1, which is number 2. Just like I told you in a video, DBS is better than OCBC and UOB. If you want to buy one bank stock, it's DBS. I have no idea they're going to give bonus. I have no idea they're going to give 2 dividends, 54-cent dividend. So just the dividend alone, you already make a couple of thousand now, just buying 2 lots. I say, okay. So you will know how to rank them. And these are variable skill, no? Without using whatever indicator, no. Now all this is to make your portfolio magical. I say, okay. Is that good or great? Yes. Of course, at this point in time, some people say, but for CK, there's so many educators out there, no? I also don't know whether this program is suitable for me. I also don't know whether your strategy I can understand. I can understand what you're trying to say. I only can share with you what past student has mentioned. This is Jervis Lau, 2014, 10 years ago. No? The only course in Singapore, they provide so much support to make sure you get back your course fees. The only course. The only course. Grace later, I'll discuss. I'll share. Take a look what I wrote here. The arrow at the time he mentioned it is Monday coaching and it's debrief. And he told us a lot of time. Set triple alert. Must monitor this stocks. When trigger, really just follow. Just buy it. Really thankful and join HHI and learn from CK. This is just an example of a stock many years ago. I just show you Food Empire just now, right? I mentioned a few times, right? Before it break, then after it finish its run, you must know how to get up. And I did that with SIA also, right? Before the actual break, I already mentioned there is this setup. I did that with DBS also, right? So I mentioned again and a few times. People know. Okay. Fast forward, Zentan. Although I attended other courses, LSCK is the only one that provides such good support after course. The only one. And they put there, kudos to his dedication all these years. This is referring to the support I provide and the videos. Got hired as a trader with a prop firm. Hey, this one got commercial value, no? He got hired by the prop firm as professional trader, no? Really grateful. And I'm very happy for Zen. Zen is a very young guy. I only met him in NTU, no? So I decided to become a full-time trader and join a company as a prop traders. Fast forward now. Jimmy Yap. I won first money my Channel News Asia Stock Challenge 2017. Thanks CK course. Cannot blast. My student took from the screen. Media Corp. This is my student. Wrote there. You want to connect again because you want this 10,000, right? I won. All right. I'm wondering whether could meet up. He sent to my colleague Li Ping. All right. He don't have my email address. He want to meet up with me. Why? He insists on buying me lunch. He came and visited me, brought me to the hotel and take lunch. I'm very happy for him. He's busy, no? He's a lawyer, no? Very busy. Can make money? Can. All right. But nobody say best than this gentleman. His name is Ng Yao Te. A must attend course, even borrow money from loan shark to attend. Even borrow money also must attend one. According to Mr. Ng, this is non-negotiable. This one must attend one. Now, Mr. Ng very rich. He just do this to emphasize. He came with a wife, pay for both. Now, all these students has in the past made a simple decision. They decided to be the 5% that's accessible. They're committed to that. They decided to be the 5% that do not gamble. The rest gamble, they don't care, but they decided to be the 5%, the 10% that do not gamble. They decided to be the 5% that win. In order to win the race, you have to start the race. But you don't have to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. And all you need to do today is to decide that you want to be successful. Because if you don't decide, nothing will happen. Once you decide, your mind becomes very clear. Very clear. And you experience the inner stillness within you. And everything seems to align to support you. And literally everything. No? Remember the listed price is 2,398. But right now, you don't have to pay this. Why? Because I got good news. And why? Because right now it's approved by IBF. And why is IBF? Institute of Banking and Finance. IBF is under MAS, Monetary Authority of Singapore. They regulate the courses to make sure it has value. It's not easy. It took me 2 years to clear it. 2 years, no, you want to make sure you must cover this in the course. You must tell them this, you must tell them. So I got to revamp the thing in order to meet the requirement, to make sure that you get value, because they are very strict. MAA is not going to just approve a course there. And I'm very happy they managed to actually get it approved. And I'm also happy for you. Why? because with IBF, Singapore citizen and PR, Singapore citizen below age of 40, 50% subsidies. That means they pay half of it. You only pay 1,298 including GST. Last year, this time, student pay 2,004, no. 2,004, last time, this time, last year. Now you pay half price only, 1,298. Only this. If you're Singapore citizen above age of 40, you got 70% subsidies. You only pay 858 including GST. Good or great? All designed to help you. Doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop here. If you got skill future not used, right? 1,000 not used, you can pay 1,000. So you pay 298. Where to go and find a course like this? 298 used to be 2,004 leh. Really? Those people I mentioned earlier, they pay 2,004 no. Okay. And if it's above age of 40, you still got 1,000 not used. You're more than covered when you pay zero. Government pay for you, no. Good or great? All designed to help you, no. All right. All you need to do is to just scan this QR code. Better still, you're on a computer. You're on a computer. Click on the link that provided by Cybercode. Cybercode just type into the chat box, right? Use that link, which is this one here. Most convenient. Use that link, and you come to this page. Okay, fill the form. That's all. Okay. So what you need to do, just select, make sure the name is correct. It's this one here, and there's only one date. Select the date. The rest simple, straightforward. Name, email, citizen. Just click the button. IC number, they need to verify contact number, because Cybercodes will need to quickly talk to you, send you course material, date of birth. They need to verify the age. Straightforward, Just complete, and then you come to the last portion here before you submit. Click Skill Future Credit. You're using Skills Future Credit to pay. Is it okay? All right. Anybody questions? So let's say, for example, you're supposed to 858. All right. This is the amount you need to pay, but you have Skill Future 1,000, so more than enough. Okay. So more than enough, no problem. You pay zero. Skill Future. If one of them cannot attend, is there recording? It's good that you can attend. But what happened was that if you cannot attend, my suggestion, Grace, is to register. You attend the one after the coming one. But if you can attend, it's good, because remember, the governments require Skill Future require the attendance. You cannot miss one. They are paying for you, and you have to be there, But if you cannot, for really urgent matter, whatever, register. We will schedule you for the subsequent one. Is it okay? Subsequent one. It is important you lock in this, because in case they remove the subsidies or reduce the subsidies, okay? It happened before, no? So that's the reason why, if you can lock in. Now let's assume that you're supposed to pay 858, but your Skill Future Credit, because you used some already, so you left with 500. So you got to pay 358, right? Balance. Am I right? 358. No, not so soon. Not so soon. If you can, you attend the coming one. The next one is few months away one. Right? But you lock in the price. Otherwise, if you remove it, then you can't help it. All right. So if you can, try your best to attend the coming one. Okay, let's say, for example, as I mentioned, you're supposed to pay 858, but you got Skill Future 500. There's a balance 358 you have to pay. So how to pay? Now, you submit already. Make sure you submit. You come back to the same link, but this time don't fill the form. Just use any of this button here to make payment. That's all. So your 358, you can use Visa, Master, Pay Now, PayLah. Is it okay? I hope that is clear. Now, meanwhile, the rest of them, if you have any question, please type into the chat box. I'll try my best to help you with the form. All right. So, Grace, I hope you're clear now, huh? Meanwhile, anybody, any other questions? I never use my skill future, do not have to pay to. Yes, if you have never used before, that means you stop. If you are above age of 40, you have 1,000. So this is what you have to. You basically end of the day, you don't have to pay a single cent. The government pay for you. Very nice. I hope I did that at that time. So remember, you're assuming you're supposed to pay FIA, right? But you have skill future, which is 1,000. So after paying for the FIA, you still got a balance. So you don't have to pay. Clear? It is free. I'm not joking. And this is not something easily come by because I have been doing course for many years. The what do you call it? The cost 2004. People like this lady. Let me try to go back. These are the costs. This is Sarah. No? Sarah is the one who actually become prop trader, make 70,000 in 2 months. You pay 2004. All right. And right now, because it so happened, it is approved by IBF, which is MAS. Because they want to make sure there's quality. And in case you do not know, there are not many courses that is approved by IBF, you know. There are not many courses that are approved by IBF, you know. All right. Actually, this one may be the last one before the course, but subsequently after that there will be a further webinar. Let me see. Yeah. This will be the last one before the workshop. And after that will be in June. In June, the webinar will start again. Right? Because actually after this week, next week is a Vesak Day, right? There'll be long holiday. A lot of people may not be around. That's the reason why we didn't do. All right. So it'll be next month. Right. Yeah, it's good that you share with your friend because this is something which after a while the government would reduce the subsidies. All right. And then you could probably pay more. Which happened before. Okay. So my advice is registered. All right. Still register. At least we keep your record. Okay. And then what happened was that if you can attend the coming one, if not attend the subsequent one, which is likely a few months from now, but at least the price is honored, you see. All right. So meanwhile, all those others in the rooms, anybody any questions? So complete this form, and then what happened was that there will be these skill futures which you need to claim. But no worry, because actually even if you are not too sure, Eddie can contact you, Cybercode. Eddie Tan will contact you and run through with you in case you are not familiar. It doesn't matter. Okay. So I just want to make sure that there's no further questions because actually if there's people have issue with skill futures, then we can run it. Otherwise, then I will not run through the skill future thing. Okay, I will just see whether you have any other things that there is more pertaining to the course rather than administrations. Now I don't actually what happened was that because the strategy is the same. Okay. Whether it's in Hong Kong, Indonesia, Malaysia, or US, it's just that I will do some posting. I'll do some posting.
CK, there's a question in the Q&A. David Young.
Okay, let's take a look. What is this? Trade at the direction of the gap when it was caused by corrections or big dividend payout. There are a lot of gaps. Common gap. Okay. Dividend gap. Exhaustion gap. Runaway gap. So there are different kind of gap. So dividend gap is not a gap. Huh? Clear? Dividend gap is not a gap. Like for example, DBS, it give dividends, but I did not sell. No? All right, and it recover. Let's take a look. This is DBS. There were 2 dividends recently. Okay, let me do daily chart. So this one here is a dividend gap. This is the dividend gap. Right, and there was a bonus as well. Right, and then there was an earlier dividends that actually the gap is covered. So this is a dividend. You see it? Covered. This is also a dividend, which is not yet covered. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions regarding? Share the agenda for the course. Now I just only can give you in brief lah. Because it actually is in the website lah. Yeah, here. This is just a bullet point because the whatever details inside the website. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to look for this type of stock. So remember, you will taught actually how to find stocks like this, like appeared. All right, so these are the stock that is detected. All right, this is a stock is detected for Singapore. Okay, so this is Hong Kong. This is S&P 500. Okay, now remember I trades without using any kind of indicators, so you don't have to use this charting software. You can use whatever you're currently using. More importantly, you're taught how to actually use it, how to actually use the chart, any chart, it doesn't matter, to find setup. Just now I also show you another charting software in case you were not aware, which is this one here. This is MetaStock. All right. So you can use anything. All right. Because basically I don't have proprietary indicators. And then I'm going to teach you the setup. This is where you know how to find the price yourself. All right. This is where you know how to find the price yourself. So if you know how to find the price yourself, you can set alert anywhere. Okay. There are some apps also you can use. Okay. And you have a trading platform, whether Philips Security came out, they got alert. Use those alert. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to do position sizing, all those things. All right. So this is just the brief out. The detail is actually in the Cybercode website. All right. So just to repeat, you don't need any charting software. You can use whatever software you are currently using. We do not promote any kind of software. Well, of course, if you want to use Share Investor, you want to use MetaStocks or NextView, which is the software I use as well, you can use any of this. So Andy, I hope that help you. All right. So the program is designed such that you do not have to depend on any software. Yes, the course is through Zoom. It's through Zoom. Okay. Any more questions? Anybody any issue with the registration? Now, what happened was that actually, very common people will ask me, what's the difference between your course and other people's course, that kind of thing. I don't really bother what other people do. As I mentioned, I told you, but I only can share with you what some of the experience of the student. This is Peter Booth. That was in 2016. He said, it's finally a teacher that teaches how to enter and exit from trading. You notice he used the word finally. So which means actually, you must have experienced many providers before. Something not taught at other training center. I don't know what training center talking about, but certainly he must have attended a lot of courses. He said, finally, a teacher that teaches how to enter and exit. So which means that a lot of people may not have taught this. This is what I try to say. And he went on to say, it takes a real guru to share his training. Notice the word real guru. So that means there are a lot of gurus out there not real. Now, then you have something that is more recent. This is from Conrad Chiu. Wish I attend this 10 years earlier and start investing and trading with CK. This is quite recent. No? Again, they say the same thing. I show you an example in the past. Same thing. People right now say the same thing. Okay. And then you have people like Wu Tianxing. Again, this is quite recent. This is not found in many seminar and webinar that I have attended. This is what I say. Okay. The course he attended, he said, hey, this is not found in many of these other courses that I have attended. He must have attended a lot of courses, otherwise he wouldn't say this, right? The trainer gave new meanings and insight to the things we have learned in the past, which may not be correct. Is that very serious? You may have learned a lot of things that is probably not useful also. This is what I say. I don't know what he do, but he must have attended a lot of workshops. All right. So you can actually do the comparison. Okay. Now, for those people who are probably new and things like that, I have students also have actually given feedback like this. Again, this is not too long ago. Simple to understand. Recommended to all people interested. Simple, no? And remember, 2021 people pay 2004. Highly recommend, even you have no knowledge, no? Okay. So right now with the government helps, it's a lot easier, no? Isn't it? It's a lot easier. Now, in anything we do, right, there is always obstacle. Am I right? What do you think is the greatest obstacle? What do you think the greatest challenge? In anything we want to do well, there's always obstacle. There's always challenge. What do you think is the greatest obstacle? A lot of people is fear of failure. Fear of failure. Fear of uncertainty. All right. Fear you make a wrong decision. All right. But all these are great answers, but they are wrong. The greatest fear is when you reach to the end of your life, you realize you have never hit, you have never jumped, you have never even tried. But right now, the government is taking the risk for you, like what Grace said, not taking, the government is taking the risk for you, So there's no risk, isn't it? The government is being the risk. The government has been very generous. And then recently they give another 4,000 for those mid-career thing. All right. So to keep yourself updated and things like that. The government is taking a risk. So if you don't take this, then no more already. Seriously. This is like a story about this man, right? Who was actually stuck in a roof, right? Because of flood. Then there's a robot that came by. He said, no. The God will help me. And then the patrol boat went by. No. He said, God will help me. Then a helicopter actually flew by, tried to rescue him. He said, no, God will help me. And then eventually, he got drowned, right? Then when he met God, he's not very happy, right? God said, I give you so many chances already. I sent a robot, I sent a motorboat, I sent a helicopter, but you didn't take the offer. This is something which I never encountered before, seriously. The government actually literally give you the money to attend a course like this. To be a better investor, no. This is something which I wouldn't believe myself, no. But they are prepared to actually go out and help you. But remember, this is IBF approved, no. All right. It meets stringent requirement. And I think this is the best time with the government help. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Correct. Still a lot of people in the room, but I don't know whether, whatever I share, you understand, or there's something else you're not too sure. Take this opportunity to ask. Right? Take this opportunity to ask. Remember, and ultimately, end of the day, I'm going to teach you what real trading is all about. A lot of people only ask me certain things, but a lot of people ask me those things. Very often, it's probably not useful. Not useful for not useful for you to really appreciate the market. They tend to miss the actual thing about trading. They really miss. And because they miss, they forever actually go round and round. Right? Now, according to research, we had about 70 to 100,000 thoughts a day. No? According to research, we have about 70 to 100,000 thoughts a day. No? And 95% of thoughts are same as yesterday. No? Now, when you come to investing, if tomorrow your thought is same as today, right? Is the result going to change? No, it's the same result. If your thought is still the same as yesterday, how can you have improvement? All right, so the thought process must change. Now, this is something I discovered many years ago. It's true. We have a lot of thoughts. And every day you are going to have the same thoughts, right? Then how do you have different result? No, you still have the same result. So that's the reason why it becomes very serious, no? Right? To be able to understand why you need to empower yourself and learn how to actually look at the markets in a very different manner. It's never based on logic. Market is never based on logic. When you invest in the market, when you invest in the company stock, you're not buying stock. You're not trading stocks. Only, no. You're not trading stock only. You're trading your emotions also, no. A lot of people don't get it. Man. So because of this, right, they only trade what they think is cerebral. It's not. It's not cerebral. It's your emotion, which is visceral. And because of this, they make a lot of mistakes. And they continue to make mistakes. And they think that further more information will help them. I'll give you a very simple example. Perhaps you can understand. This is Mark Douglas, synonymous to an expert in trading psychology. In this book, I extract the largest group of consistent losers in composed primarily of doctor, lawyer, engineer, scientist, CEO, wealthy, retired, and entrepreneur. Think about it. Think about it. The largest group of consistent losers. Doctors, lawyer, engineer, scientist, CEO, wealthy, retired, entrepreneur. All these are smart people, right? I paraphrase. The largest group of consistent loser is composed primarily of the very intelligent people in our society. You think it's serious? Of course it's serious. The intelligent people cannot make it. Why they cannot make it? Because they are using the same way of thinking in the market. The thinking that go to your job and the thinking that go to investing are different. Don't mix them up. You mix them up, you got problem. It's that serious. So I'm going to change that. I want to program your mind so you can understand and you will do what you know. Because if you don't do what you know, it's the same as you don't know. Is it okay? So there's no better time than now. All right. Anybody else? Any more questions? Let me see. Anybody else? Any questions? Now, a lot of people actually, after attending the course, they're very intrigued by what I do. No? All right.
Okay, hi, my name is Yaron. I've attended a few classes, other classes, but what intrigued me was actually the method, as in how to be able to find running stocks that has not happened yet. And looking at the past records, it kind of give me that impression that they know what they're doing. So that's the reason why I came here actually. I now know how they actually identify the stock that is about to run or with a high probability. Makes sense to me. I assure you it will make sense to you as well.
So you notice a lot of people got this type of experience. They're very intrigued. How come I know? All right. And finally they realize they know themselves as well after attending the workshop. Right. Thank you. All right. So Grace, Eddie will contact you because of the skill futures, how to claim. Let's take a look at the video which I did. I just show you some, but I'll show you the latest one. Okay, 9 of May. 9 of May. swing, and we like to actually observe what happened. And ultimately, we need a catalyst to trigger a break. This is mermaid. So with the oil's retracements, this may actually affect stock like this. So again, we just trading sideways after the strong run. We just have to observe eventually to see whether you can break this high of 15 cent. Mermaid, 15 cent. Did it break 15 cent today? That was my last video. And I told the student, yes, look up, broken. All right. Same also. Let's take a look at the stocks. This is the last week video. So it's not high side, no. This video, no. Now me. All right, now we are 14. Now this is something tricky too. Samudara. The stock has gone ex-div, but it actually dropped more than the dividends. And if you add it back, it's actually stuck within this level here. So the fact that this stock has deep retracements, it's something we just have to take note of. So this is what happened on the weekly. They give you the clarity. So on the weekly, we do have a small deeper setup. The bar high here is at 855. There's a small deeper setup. Now you may not know the name, all right, but the price is 855. Let me just remove all the line so you can see better. So where is the price? This is the one. It triggered today. All right. Let me just show you the videos again. Yeah. Can you see this one? All right. There's a tail. There's a see. Oh, it's precise entry price. So it's not something we actually after that, do the video. No, it's before. All right. So this is actually how, right, we are able to identify those setup. Similarly, you will also be able to identify that. Just like the student said. Right, you're able to actually right now understand how we find stock they are about to run with high probability. Okay, so this is just a sample. There are a lot more inside there. Now, important thing is that once you understand, then you understand why you didn't see it before. You may have looked at chart, but you may not understand. You may not understand the hidden message. You may not understand the hidden message. Okay, and this is how we end up finding very strong stocks. And people are wondering why, like Best World. How come we can trade Best World one? Yes. Well, a lot of people are too fearful to trade Best World. They're just too fearful to trade Best World. Let me see whether I can find 28th of March. See the Best World. This is a setup. It triggered. And I mentioned that in the video. All right. Best World. This is our entry. Before that, there was a gap up. It was our entry. Let's take a look at Best World. This is the most recent one, and the stock is going to be delisted. Again, let me just plot this thing so you can see. See the breakout arrow? Yeah. Again, this is not high side. So this is something we still say, hey, how I know the answer? If you understand the language, the chart will talk to you. Is it okay? Now, now it's 9:36. We will close the meeting very shortly. So if you have any burning questions, please type into the chat box before we close the meeting. Anybody has any questions? Because still people in the room. Now, some of you may have attended this before, but if you still have something that is always gnawing, maybe I can help you.